as a talking point until they can just, ban the opposition, silence the opposition. It's hilarious watching his defenders moving the goalpost for him every time without skipping a beat. Yeah, it's just like, at this point, I don't hate Elon Musk as much as I hate his followers and his fans. I'm not going to lie. I hate Elon Musk's fans more than Elon Musk because, like, they are willingly fucking throwing their bodies into the pyre. They're like, oh, yeah, no, Elon, I will lift you up. Here, I'll throw my body directly at the problem. I will defend you. I will defend your honor. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? This guy doesn't give a shit about you. He would literally melt you into biomatter, and you fucking deserve it, okay? You deserve it for being the dumbest person alive. It's fucking nasty and insane and scary that, like, now we're at this stage, we're supposed to choose between, like, which individual billionaire and their own personal pet project corresponds to your worldview. You know what I mean? Oh, well, one billionaire, Elon Musk, owns Twitter, so I'll go to the other billionaire's platform, YouTube, to be able to talk shit. Or I'll go to another billionaire, Jeff Bezos' platform, Twitch, to talk shit about Elon Musk. Can't do it on Twitter, but I'll do it on Twitch. And I can't talk shit about Jeff Bezos on Twitch because that's his platform, so I got to go to Twitter to do that. It's like, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy that, like, every part of your existence is carefully documented, calculated, under constant surveillance. And billionaires have all access and all control if they want to abuse it and use it. And they can very openly showcase their corporate dictatorship. They can openly showcase their disdain for you. And you can't really do anything about it. Okay, Doomer lol. What do you mean, Doomer? This is where we're at. This is the reality. This is what we're living under. It's ironic to consider, especially because, like, I mean, most other tech CEOs haven't even done this to that degree, okay? Mark Zuckerberg is a fucking lizard, okay? Not a real human being, doesn't do it to the same degree that Elon does. Jeff Bezos, literal Lex Luthor cartoon villain, doesn't do it to the same degree as Elon Musk does. Elon Musk is basically opening the floodgates and saying, like, no, I can do whatever the fuck I want. You can't do anything about it. What's next, dude? How many years until they can just, like, openly start murking motherfuckers and just saying that they're openly murking motherfuckers? Stop Elon Musk hate facade. Why do you hate Elon? You hating on Elon, man. Leave my man alone. Dude, he doesn't know you. He doesn't know you. You are nothing to him. You are just dying for no reason. Like, you can keep him, you can glaze him up all you want as he's, like, hemorrhaging money. But you are just basically begging at the altar, praying for a tech feudalism where Elon Musk is manning the helm. That's so weird. Every time I see stuff like this, it just hurts my brain because I just expect people to at least be human. One of the most normal human conditions is to unironically look at, like, positions of power like this and see people abusing it and recognize that abuse as wrong and unjust and inappropriate. And yet, time and time again, humans show me that no, they are fucking, they want to be peasants. They want to be serfs. They want to be slaves. Like, they like this. They like the system and the way that it's designed. There's comfort in that. And they will be the, the fedayeen to uphold these unjustifiable structures rather than take a deep breath and think about the situation. Elon Jet should have been banned. They clearly violated terms of service. Yeah. Be nice to Elon Musk. Cock blocking. The future of humanity depends on Elon single-handedly populating Mars. Cock blocking Elon is a crime against humanity. Dealer's choice. Elon spends up to 14 hours a day browsing Twitter, and he sees a lot of tweets. Posting a picture of him and Ghislaine Maxwell. Posting a picture of him where he was balding. Didn't Elon tweet about this account specifically when he bought Twitter and that he's not going to ban it? Yeah, and then he decided against it. Which, by the way, you can do that. That's what happens when you are omega rich. Like, he's blocking links to the Elon Musk Jet Instagram account, which it calls potentially harmful. What islands is he visiting with his private jet that he is so scared that people will track his jet? People always like to rush and say, oh, it's the Streisand effect. It's the Streisand effect. Well, I don't think so, because if he controls the fucking flow of information on one of the most popular social media platforms, like, you're getting effectively deplatformed. And yeah, Elon Musk former claim, my commitment to free speech extends even not banning the account following my plane, even though that is a direct personal safety risk. Yeah, he banned it. So he got community clapped here. Which, by the way, the more this happens, just wait. Elon Musk if he keeps getting fact-checked by the community, he's going to take this away too. Mark my fucking words. He's either going to take it away or make it so that no one can, no one can community fact-check him any longer. Just wait. Yeah, he is banning all the flight tracking pages. Yes, it appears all automated flight tracking accounts utilizing open source data have been banned from Twitter, including the "Are You Oligarch Jets." That's going to piss off the libs, dude. This man is doing something that is so incredibly petty that it will upend like an entire fucking part of the platform. Okay, there's a lot of open source information sharing that happens on Twitter. It is a big part of, a lot of news creation, news aggregation. This is all publicly available information that was being tracked. And Elon Musk has decided that one of the largest fucking
Holy
gateways,
shit, I need to get a better
one of the largest,
gun.
town squares, if you want to call it, is no longer going to allow shit that tracks this information that's publicly available.
Like I have 2 of these small bombs, not enough
free flow
missiles to justify it.
For anyone. That actually just
I need
hurts
a store.
his feelings.
Oh,
he is
boy.
just so incredibly. He's never been a free speech king. I think we personally understand that reality. I always knew that he was never a free speech king.
Sure.
I told you that he wasn't a free speech king. Things that he has done in the past openly show that he's not a free speech king. There's another thing that's going on. Apparently, what is it? Ukraine country code totally deleted from the Twitter
Charge
database?
Mark
Like, what was that about?
This
What the
laser
fuck happened
weapon.
here? For some reason, they
This laser weapon can charge multiple times, giving it additional projectiles. So after 20 seconds, I get 4 shots. It's not bad. Breach. Flak. Flak is interesting. 7 shots per charge. Good at taking out shields, but hard to aim. Let's do flak. Let's sell one of these small bombs. How do I get to the store? This one, right? These are the same thing, yeah. I'll keep these drones. It's early enough in the run to where I could probably find a drone. Drone control, here we go. But I don't have the cash for it. What can I sell? Can I sell one of my people? No, that's slavery. Automatic reloader. Cooldown shots by 10%. That feels pretty good. I'll do it. Get some health. Don't want to buy any missiles. 6 is too expensive. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna need... I can't even use my flak cannon. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay, what's our path? It's just this chunk, right? Yeah. I'm gonna have to use one of my fuel to go to the store. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna send my combat troops over, and that's how we're gonna fight. What's he got? Boom. Boom. I can live with that. Let's send the troops over. Oh, the super shields. Uh-oh. Okay, got my shields back. Okay, go. I can see who's in there. It's 2 Zoltans, so that could be dangerous. Because they do explode. Okay, we're good. I got another guy? Yeah. Who's gonna go? That sucks, dude. Do I want a human? Nah. James, welcome aboard. You're my new shield boy. You guys come back. The only thing I don't like about combat is having to heal after every fight.
Remove the Ukrainian and Kosovar phone prefixes on sign up and verification. So if you are Ukrainian and you need 2-factor authentication to like join to sign up back into your account, they just can't do that. How did that happen? Why did it only happen to Ukraine? How fast will it get fixed? Has it been fixed already? I don't get it. Service probably broke and they won't fix it because nobody knows how. It's a fairly large oopsie. Most of the Ukrainian accounts I follow stop being searchable on Twitter. I need to type almost full handle for them to appear. The majority disappear from my timeline. War in Ukraine, disappearance from Twitter trends. Okay, some of this is probably like liberal. Some of this is probably like libs going fucking crazy.
An unarmed Zoltan transport vessel is slowly making its way toward the beacon here. They hailed. This is a Zoltan peace envoy. We carry no weapons. Let's hear him out. We take your silence for interested contemplation. They talk. Oh god, nonsense. Please put the word of enlightenment. Added a quest marker to my map. Can I go to all 3 of these locations? 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be close. I'm gonna try.
And
Promise
down
to
the
help.
conspiracy route or whatever. But
NG
some
crew.
of it certainly
Let's go.
feels
That
like
was
foul
sick.
play.
All right, quest.
Unacceptable, by the way. Like completely unacceptable. And yeah, now the people who know how to fix it got fired.
You arrive at the location. Attempt to hail them. Oh no! Oh, I gotta get rid of someone else. Oh my god, holy shit. Look at this guy. He's max everything. Holy shit, dude. Well, who do we want to get rid of? I think I want to keep my slug. Just to have more, you know, of a variety of guys. But the most useless guy is... So I have 2 combat dudes. I need to keep them. He's my pilot. Shields. Guns. You probably. Kapalka. Sorry, Kapalka. Alright, where do we want Envoy to be? He can man anything. Probably my... I was going to say guns, but this guy's already got it down pat. Maybe shields would... He's got that. Sure, shields. And then he can be my repair guy. Okay, I gotta buy 2 more of these. Is that enough? Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. Oh yeah, we got plenty of space to finish up this level.
Fucking genius, dude. He is such a genius. He's so smart, dude. I mean, brilliant. Brilliant fucking guy.
Jack Sweeney used his computer programming skills to set up ElonJet, a Twitter bot that tracked the location of Elon Musk's private plane, all using publicly available information. The account racked up more than 500,000 followers, but Musk wasn't too happy, and Jack says last year the billionaire asked him to shut ElonJet down.
I was about to go to sleep, and I was in a normal college dorm last night, and I remember telling
So the
my,
only way out of here is
roommate,
this way. I don't think I can get
Elon
all the
Musk
way to this
just
store.
direct message me.
I can see a pretty good
I
path
said,
here.
can you take this down? It's a security risk.
A screenshot of the messages Jack says are from Musk showed the billionaire was curious, even impressed with Jack's coding skills, asking him, how are you able to track using a bot?
Wait, I don't understand. He's literally fucking... He's asking like super basic shit. It's not... That's not the only account that tracks jets, my man. Like he was...
Elon is
this
such
is the
a
smartest
fucking
man on the
dumbass,
planet,
dude.
supposedly, right? Like every fucking dumbass with a Twitter account knows that like you can just very easily take this publicly available information and use a bot to just blast it on fucking Twitter. It's not like... I don't understand why Elon Musk is like, oh my God, it's so shocking. What a bot. Like, where is this information coming from? It's like, dude, what are you talking about? I thought you like invented PayPal and Tesla and also invented Twitter. What the fuck?
According to the messages, Elon said, "I don't love the idea of being shot by a nutcase," and then offered Jack $5,000 to shut the account down.
Then I basically asked for 50,000 or a Tesla, and he said thinking about it.
Musk didn't take him up on the offer. Fast forward to this November.
Soon after Elon bought Twitter, he tweeted, "My commitment to free speech extends even to not banning the account following my plane, even though that is a
That's
direct
4
personal
guys.
safety risk."
Okay,
I think
they're
the
all
funniest
dead.
part about this is that like
Avast ye
50K is
scurvy
nothing
dogs.
for him, right? But it's the principle. Like he hated this kid.
Kill
I think
5
he
enemy crew in a
fucking
fight without
hated
taking
this
hull damage
kid.
or losing
Like,
a
he
crew
was
member.
so
Losing
mad
movement
that he
description.
had like
Cool.
the account that he wanted to give him like an amount of money that he
Nice.
got
Alright,
was a lot
Envoy,
for, like, a
you
Norman.
need to go to
And
the
when he
medical
asked for 50K
bay.
in return,
You
which is
3
nothing
go
for him,
fix.
he literally
this.
was like, he was like,
You
"Fuck
go
you,"
heal.
you know? How dare you?
Jack says he still admires Musk.
Let's go.
Dude, there's something wrong with this kid though.
Jack
Like,
says he still
there's
admires
something odd
Musk.
about him.
What the
Like, I'm not
fuck?
even. I don't know if he's saying he loves Elon Musk
What a
because he wants to
dumbass.
like set up a better defense for himself, or if he like legitimately does love Elon Musk.
Dude,
I
Elon dick
and I think
riders
that it's
are
weirder
just
if he loves Elon Musk. honestly.
unfucking real, dude.
And I do believe him when he says it. Anyway, here's a question: do you think the information should be only available to air traffic control rather than public? No, I don't have an issue with like fucking flights being tracked and traceable. No, I don't have an issue with that. And I'm not saying that because it's like Elon Musk or anything like that. I don't know if you know this, but airplanes are inaccessible in comparison to cars or in comparison to your home. Airplanes in the night
Get 'em,
sky are like
boys.
shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now. And that wish would be for you to be fucking smarter and recognize that unless you are in Ukraine and you're a 14-year-old Ukrainian boy who happened to find a crate of fucking man pads, airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars, very far away from you and completely inaccessible. Wait, did you just say Mastodon has been banned from Twitter? No shot. That's so funny. There is no, dude, wait, first of all, that's illegal. I don't think you can do that. No, not the band. It's a competitor. I don't think you can do that. That is unironically
Dude, you can do whatever.
like that.
You think there's
100%
laws for
goes against,
billionaires in fucking
antitrust.
America?
Yeah, what? You can't do that. No way. Even fucking
The amount of
Elon's
effort
not
it
that
takes to
stupid.
give
Are you serious?
to
What?
make a
Hey,
billionaire
Mark
like be
links
held
to
accountable
Mastodon is unsafe.
is
No
impossible.
fucking way, dude. There's no way Elon can't be that fucking stupid, right? Thinking Elon
Yes,
isn't
he
that
can.
stupid is real. Putin isn't that dumb energy. Not being able to send a competitor's link. By the way, Gab is not banned on Twitter. But Mastodon is? That's crazy. Like, Gab is a
That's a
platform
missile.
where, you know, actual mass shooters have planned their mass shootings. Also banned its going down Twitter account. Yeah, I mean, they've done this before. He went after anarchist accounts multiple times. Like, he is such a fucking idiot that he thinks Mastodon is like a good competitor to Twitter, and he just decided to take matters into his own hands and fucking ban it.
Oh
The
fuck.
reason why I brought up Gab over Mastodon is because if he's taking down Mastodon, he should be taking down Gab. If he did that, if he deleted all fucking Gab links and Gab's Twitter account and all this other shit and Parler, then that makes sense. Parler was
'em.
at the precipice of getting taken off
Bro.
the App Store
Alright, where are you
because of its
going?
lack of security. If you think that Mastodon presents a genuine risk, okay, if you think that that website itself is a genuine fucking risk, I don't know what to tell you. Then you have to consider Gab to be.
Oh no, another crew member? Rockman, I guess. Oh lord. Atreyu. That's from something, right? I don't know. It's gotta be though, Atreyu. I have enough people everywhere else, right? Like, let's see. Can I get rid of... Is anyone, like, useless? I've got a shield boy, so is someone good with shields? The question is, do I want Lauren or Atreyu? Immune to fire, increased health. I'll get rid of Atreyu. Yeah. I don't need... I want another
Be a genuine
repairman.
risk as well. I'm not gonna lie, like I think Elon is basically
No.
just relying on the government's lack of interest in ever following through on antitrust legislation. That's basically
true.
it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Mastodon
antitrust
is
does
seen
not
as like a
exist,
Twitter
okay, in
competitor
America.
In liberal circles,
Europe's
it's like a
been
liberal
helping.
Twitter. It sucks. I've never used it. I will never use it. But ultimately, it's just like I guess he considers it to be somewhat of a threat. and paired up with the reality that the Elon Jet account is now active on Mastodon, I guess, he decided to take it down. They also took Ryan Mack down. He's the New York Times tech reporter. What is happening right now on Twitter? This is absolute fucking madness, dude.
Wait, that's insane. He's so free space.
Stop reading my...
He's so free speech. Yeah.
Oh, they're dead.
Tesla.
You might be next. Nah, no
They're
shot.
dead.
He fucking claps my ass cheeks. No, I don't. I'm not on fucking CNN. I'm not on his radar.
They're dead,
Drew
dude.
Harwell, the Washington Post reporter who had previously tweeted about the bans on Elon Jet and Mastodon, has now apparently also been suspended from Twitter. What the fuck? This is actually insane. Dude, literally everyone is going to eventually get banned unless they're obsequious dick sucks for Elon. Mark my words, it's inevitable. I mean, then it's over. The platform is fucking over. Aaron Rupar got clapped. Twitter just suspended a competitor's account, joined Mastodon because it posted a link in his own website's version of Elon Jet public legally acquired data that Twitter decided 2 days ago was against the rules, loving the free speech. Then Twitter took down Aaron Rupar, Washington Post reporter Drew Harwell. Unclear why, but this seems to be the final tweet from Harwell. Harwell tweeted this and then got fucking clapped. Hopefully one cannot get banned for tweeting a screenshot showing the tweet of another person who got banned for screen grabbing a tweet that got another account banned. No, this is like a billionaire who bought a platform for $44 billion, unironically going after like tech reporters for doing their job.
Yeah.
Their job is to literally report on Elon Musk doing this sort of stuff. And this is like New York Times reporters. Like, this is dictator shit. This is awesome because what Elon Musk is doing right now is unironically like, this is literally corporate dictatorship, okay? This is like Saudi royal shit, but he's basically doing it inside of the corporate America framework. And this is hopefully a moment where people will realize that, like, you know, this is exactly the same as like authoritarian governance that you see overseas. Matt Binder just got suspended? What? Dude, what is happening? Webster got banned? What?
Oh no.
Dude, everyone is getting banned. This is actually insane.
Gotta run.
Maybe try to find a new platform you can push people to instead of getting banned first. What happened to private companies have the right to dissociate themselves from anyone who they want? Have you heard of terms of service? If you don't like how Twitter does constant moderation, start your own social media site. Remember all those arguments? What? Elon Musk is doing the fucking, the click, the snap, like the Thanos snap. Tweets from text from an unknown sender from Discovery in the Elon Musk Twitter suite months ago. Pretty remarkable to read these after suspensions of journalists tonight. This is actually fucking incredible. Like, this is these guys are getting permanent suspensions.
Sure, is it all gonna
there
miss?
is no
Okay.
fucking
I didn't want
way.
to take more
Like,
damage.
there's no way he can get away with this. There's no fucking way he can get away with this. That is crazy. Like, people will 100% push back against this. Are you kidding me? The media will fucking eat his ass, dude. To be honest, it's Elon's platform. If he wants to ban people, he can. It makes him a hypocrite, but it's his platform to ban people. Yeah, except the reason why people did not fucking like revolt and ask for government interference up until this moment, with the exception of Republicans, and no government interference actually came to Twitter, is because no one had actually done this exact thing that the Republicans were claiming that they were doing. Someone, Mr. Marcus says, need the jaws of life to get that dick out of his ass. Yeah, literally. Holy shit, dude. I mean, dick riding maximum aside, okay? Maximum dick riding aside,
You don't know you, little bro.
okay? Regardless of the dick riding or whatever the fuck, it is 100%. This has never happened before, like to this degree. Right-wingers used to complain and act like this was happening. Yeah, I saw. Elon Musk said same doxing rules apply to journalists as everyone else. It's fucking bullshit.
Dude, if the same doxing rules apply, quote unquote, why did Elon unban them in like a day?
He's just fucking banning whoever the fuck he wants to.
Bro,
It's
I
crazy.
can't give people up now.
He said journalists in air quotes too. Another statement from Twitter about the bans regarding the banning of reporters who
Holy
tweeted about Elon Musk's
shit.
jet. Twitter's head of trust and safety, Ella Irwin, tweets me, without commenting on any specific accounts, I can confirm that we will suspend any accounts that violate our privacy policies and put other users at risk. There's just one user that they care about. Okay? There's one user. The only user they care about is Elon Musk. Okay? That's it. He is like single-handedly doing this. He's like the kid, the rich kid on the block who has a fucking basketball, okay? And he's like, I'm taking my toy and I'm leaving. You know what I mean? You guys did not treat me with respect.
Dude, they can just
Criticizing me all
launch
day
their
is totally
missiles
fine, but
so
doxing my
quick.
real-time location and endangering my family that's not even a thing that happened. Like, this is God King. All hail God King Musk. All hail God King Musk, dude. There you go. Aaron Rupar,
these flat
Matt,
cannons don't
Matt
do
Binder never posted a link.
anything.
They
It
were
is
reporting on
just
other
for
people being
shields.
banned. Also, he banned Mastodon.
I thought it would actually do
across
some
the board,
damage to,
which
like,
is also completely
you know,
unacceptable.
them.
What did Glenn Greenwald
no.
say? I'll bet anything conservative journalists like this will be infinitely more consistent and principled in their objection to censorship of
Sure,
liberal
give me a
journalists than liberal
guy.
journalists ever were.
Now I have
Liberals
one
cheer
fighter.
censorship of their enemies, whine when it's their friends. Man, what the fuck is wrong?
I could
with
have another
Glenn
fighter.
Greenwald? Is he just like on crack?
You a good shield boy?
Is he out of his fucking mind?
Sure.
Does he not recognize
okay.
that there is a difference between
go
banning
here,
someone
you become my new
willy-nilly for
pilot,
doing,
you
like,
become my new
literal
shield
tech
boy.
reporting and tech journalism, as is your fucking
But
job,
let's
versus
heal up
banning
first.
someone for doing vaccine
Now I have 2
misinformation?
fighters.
What the fuck? Or whatever the fuck, or like being, or doing hate speech, doing mass harassment campaigns against like trans people. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Holy shit. Elon is now censoring images of him with Ghislaine Maxwell. No shot, dude. No shot. Yeah, they've basically decided like you can't post Mastodon accounts. Like you just can't. He's doing the I was just pretending to be R-worded meme right now. This is literally what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He's doing the lol. I wasn't being a fucking petty, power addicted tyrant psycho. I was just joking. That was just a joke, guys. It's totally fine that like I will eliminate the media from a fucking communication platform that I was forced to fucking buy. It's everyone's problem now because I'm a billionaire. And when something is bothering me, it's everyone's problem. This is unironically the same as like when a fucking king gets upset. I know
Do I
people
buy
act
another crew
like,
member?
Twitter is life. Twitter is real life. Twitter is like super
No,
significant.
I
But
don't
there is a
think I
level
do.
of significance. But ultimately, I'm just fucking annoyed.
heal up a little
I'm just
bit.
annoyed that this fucking rich asshole can behave this way. And this rich asshole can behave this way. It is so deeply frustrating that this billionaire failson
Oh, no,
can just
I
like
don't-
take over something that people use.
I need him to go do something
sometimes
else.
for fun, sometimes for
shit.
humor, sometimes in
Is this
many
guy a good
in
pilot?
many
Where's my
instances
pilot?
for information sharing, and just destroy it in the way that he can. Why are you malding? Destroy it in the way that he wants to.
Shields.
Why am I malding? There's no greater example of like a singular force for
that-
evil here. Okay.
Does that help me in any way, getting this guy? What does that get me? Where would he go? He would go... Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, who was my pilot again? He was my pilot. Shit, I need a combat guy. So he would still be the pilot. The other shields guy would become my combat guy. I'll just do it. Fuck it. No. I'm not gonna do it. I take that back. But this guy's got to go do something more betterer. Okay, you go be the pilot. Fuck it. You go be the new shields guy. Because I need to take advantage of his ability. Alright, let's get out of here.
Okay. He's not like genuinely harming people. I'm sure it's not that hard to like unironically figure out a way that like this is harming communication, dissemination of information. But like ultimately, it
Sure, no
is-
drones.
Like, how do you not get mad at this? How do you, when you see someone who's like behaving like a fucking petulant little baby, and watching so many people like defend his transparent childish behavior, doesn't that piss you off? Like, it goes against humanity. Like I said, like we should at least have like some smell test here, like a level of
fuel.
critical
Holy shit.
thinking here that immediately just goes, I don't think this feels right. Lamau, don't you ban people that don't agree with you? Brother, this is not your space. There is a million other fucking platforms you could go to. You can go to so many other streams, and you can still watch this stream as well. When you get banned, okay, here,
Mind
that's a little different than
control,
like
drone
prominent
control.
journalists being.
We're not doing drone control. I'm
deplatformed
selling
on
these
fucking
damn drones.
Major platform of communication.
Yeah.
One of the main
Fuck
ones.
it. Let's go.
The fact that you would even compare me banning someone
Do I get
who's
a
making
better
an asinine
laser?
statement on
12-second
twitch.tv/Hasanabi
charge.
to like Twitter as an entire platform is so psychotic. Like
10-second
you are just
charge?
literally
Yeah.
so
buy
mentally
the
ill that you
better
probably
laser.
shouldn't be on this platform or even any other platform at that point. Twitter has
3
melted
shots
your
per
fucking
charge?
brain.
Yeah,
Twitch has
let's
melted
do it.
your brain. Twitch has melted your brain into thinking that like some random fucking dickhead Twitch streamer and his community and not being able to write the most idiotic thing you could immediately come up with in that brief moment in one of the most democratic
Mind
fucking
control.
chats that you could ever be a part of, abusing the fucking opportunity that you have to be able to talk to a Twitch streamer in real time, abusing that and ruining it for fucking 30,000 other people and getting punished for it is not the same as Twitter having to work on the whims of a fucking billionaire. Now, the world existed before Twitter, and it will continue to exist. My thing that is like frustrating here, the thing that annoys me is not necessarily that this is, oh my God, the most devastating thing on the planet. I'm not one of those people that's like, yeah, these brave journalists, like, you know, they're fighting the good fight. I'm not saying that at all. What's frustrating me is how fucking stupid and petulant and childish a billionaire man baby can be and still have his fucking millions of dick riders defend him all over the place. That's disgusting. You people need lobotomies, dude. A lobotomy will not save you. You deserve the biomatter melting future that is coming for you. These people do not care about you, okay? They would literally melt you for biomatter. They would use you as fuel if that was more efficient. And you do not care. You can't see it. You're a fucking peasant. And
Shit,
you have peasant
dude,
brain.
my
And that
guns.
is disgusting to me. You servile, subservient scum. That is what fucking pisses me off the most. It's not necessarily
Oh, fuck,
Elon Musk
dude.
behaving like a petulant child. I expect that. He's thin-skinned. He's narcissistic. He's desperate. He's
Gotta bomb
fucking grimy,
this.
greasy, desperate for
Bro,
love
what?
from anyone and everyone he can get it. And unfortunately has the charisma of a fucking wet noodle, all right? That is expected.
'Kay.
Him banning these fucking accounts is insane.
Now my
It's
guns
asinine. But
will
it's
work
expected.
fine.
But when I see my fellow fucking people, they're just normies, human beings, trying to fucking make ends meet, working at shit dead-end job with no future prospects,
Holy
pick their heads
shit,
up for a
dude.
brief moment to defend
gotta
the fucking
go.
billionaire petulant child in his most obviously
Everyone's gotta go.
transparently idiotic moment
Okay,
that
okay.
destroys my soul.
You gotta use a
It
bomb.
makes me lose confidence in human beings because he's not even doing it in like this theoretical way. He's doing it in the most brazen, most
Why did I not use
obvious
it on his
ways
shields?
possible. So I expect more from you. I guess that's my failure because I expect more from
Okay.
you. I expect you to think, wow, that's
Need my
kind of
guns
fucked up.
back
I
ASAP.
like Elon Musk a lot, but goddamn, like he's really just, you know, putting his foot in his mouth here. This is totally fucking
that
unacceptable.
burn
It's
anything?
crazy. It's just like, it's just disappointing. I don't know. He's the rich guy that, you know, bought a toy that other people were using and broke it. He's just breaking it.
Okay.
There's an Elon Musk in you know, every kid's experience. Everyone that when they were
Oh,
growing
fuck.
up, everyone had an Elon Musk style kid.
Do we
in
go
the neighborhood.
fight?
That's why I'm so mad. I'm mad.
I think I'm
because,
gonna hold
like,
off on
what he's
fighting
doing
until
is
I
so
upgrade
childish. Like he's
my
the typical
fighting
kid who took the
abilities.
ball home. You know, like you're not being nice to me. You're not behaving in the way that I want you to behave.
It's a
So
lot
I'm
of
just gonna
weapons.
ruin everyone's fucking time. So I see this as an opportunity, as a moment for a lot of people to go, you know what?
Don't care,
Maybe
don't care.
thin-skinned,
What is this?
egomaniacal pieces of shit
1, 2?
should not have so much
Okay.
power. Like maybe we
That's not too
shouldn't
bad.
give this level of power, okay, this level of control to a singular individual. That's my expectation. Nope, I'm
Break his
wrong.
shields.
Motherfuckers want deities. Probably makes it a lot easier for people to live their stupid, petty, boring, banal existence. Just, you know, keep on trucking. You know, everything else is fine. The system is designed in the best
5
way that
fuel,
it's
I'll
been
take the
designed.
5 fuel.
I'm just gonna put
Oh,
my
shit.
fucking head down. Keep on trucking. I'm sure that these people that we have deified are actually just
Okay, I'm
you know,
gonna
the best
upgrade my
people for the job.
teleporter. Boom,
I mean,
boom.
look at this, Voice of America. Like this is fucking government This is like a
10-second
government
cooldown.
account.
That is
Steve
nothing.
Herman has been tracking Elmo's tantrum. He
Now we
quote
can
tweeted
fight.
our statement and then promptly got suspended.
Oh shit.
Honest
Oh
question,
shit.
what did
Oh
Elon Musk
shit.
actually
Oh shit.
do to
No,
you
no,
that
no,
makes
no,
you
no.
hate him? I don't hate Elon Musk as much as I hate you.
Okay,
You
we gotta
fucking
go, we gotta go,
baboon.
we gotta go,
I
we gotta
hate
go.
you. I expect Elon to be a piece of shit because he's a fucking billionaire. I don't expect you, a random human being, to also be so fucking brain broken that you just avoided every single thing that I said. That's crazy to me, man. What did Elon do personally? Like, what are you? You're like a chimpanzee with the way that your fucking brain works. You're like input output. Like you're like Andrew Tate being like, fuck reading books that someone else wrote. I need to experience everything. You're like an animal. What do you mean? Someone doesn't have to personally offend me for me to be upset, be frustrated. How the fuck do you exist as a human being on the planet? Our capability of making assessments on things that did not happen to us immediately is unironically what separates us from a sea cucumber. That's one of the main components of being a human and why it's different than other animals. Why we're the apex predators, you know? No
Trump got suspended-
shot. That's crazy. Oh, the dick sucking commences. NBC News temporarily suspended tech reporter Ben Collins from NBC and MSNBC Airways, saying his Musk criticism was not editorially appropriate. What the fuck? Yo, that's huge. This is fucking huge, dude. That's when you see the media and who their real masters are. There is no better example that the media is servile and provides a fucking service to the billionaire class. There is no better example of this. There's no better representation of this than that, dude. Oh my
Alright,
god.
I'm gonna send my troops
that
over.
is fucking gross. I gotta see what he said.
Yeah, I can send these
NBC News
troops
has already
over.
benched one
Let's
of the
go.
journalists who had reported on Twitter and has been harshly critical of Musk. NBC News temporarily suspended tech reporter Ben Collins from covering Musk on NBC and MSNBC airwaves, according to two sources. The network told Collins earlier this month that his criticisms of Musk, which included comments about how the billionaire was purposely trying to destroy Twitter, was
Huh?
not
I got an
editorially
intruder?
appropriate.
Where?
That's the fucking reason why NBC said you can't cover this anymore? Bro, that is wild, dude. Collins was pulled from NBC's air over Musk coverage earlier this month, not in response to the latest conflict. Yeah, they updated it
Oh
in
shit.
here. They already issued the correction in the bottom, but they also edit the article
Oh,
when
shit.
they issue a correction. You dox, you get banned. If you post a link to the docs, you get banned. Pretty simple concept. That's not a fucking dox, brother. You don't know what you're talking about. Also, this is not even them. Why did you just... Dude, Elon dick riders have one note. I swear to fucking God. They literally have one fucking speed, dude. You are literally like a sea cucumber. Like, you just have no fucking idea how things work. I said Elon Musk, and that motherfucker went, you dox, you get banned. This guy didn't even get banned on Twitter. This guy got banned on NBC because NBC decided his coverage of Elon Musk was editorially inappropriate. You have such little fucking critical thinking skills that you are literally doing an automated response like a fucking bot. You NPC! Every single Elon defender has no fear whatsoever coming across like literally an NPC from 1994. Not even like one of the newer ones. Not even an Oblivion NPC taking an arrow to the knee ass motherfuckers, okay? I'm talking bots from like Doom, okay? You got one talking point. That's it. You just repeat it over and over again. You're such a bozo hating on a billionaire. What good do you bring to the world compared to him? What a bozo. OML. I love games. BB2. Oh my God. I'm so sad. Dude, you are literally a peasant. You are a peasant. You are a slave. You are literally justifying it. You are the type of person in the fucking medieval era that would snitch on every other fucking serf going, "My lord, we had extra grain this year, my lord. We didn't give it all to you, my lord. Please punish and take the hands of my other serfs, my lord." That's you. That's you, bro. The other peasants are bozos, my lord. Me, though, I would never. Take my oldest daughter, please, me lord. You fucking rat. You have no self-respect for yourself, dude. You have nothing. You are such a fucking idiot. I never really used to understand how people could like advocate against their best interests so fucking frequently. And now I know.
I think what is more concerning here, though, is independent journalists, freelance journalists all around the world, many of whom are covering maybe abuses and ongoings at Musk's other companies, Tesla, SpaceX. Think about the chilling effect that might have because, as Oliver said, many journalists rely on Twitter to get their work out there, particularly if they are independent freelancers.
Yeah, that is like completely unacceptable. Saying, hey, a part of your job as a journalist is using Twitter. That's just the reality. Whether you admit it or not doesn't matter. I use Twitter quite frequently as a news aggregator. It's a very important fucking resource for me, okay?
Holy
Journalists use
shit.
it for similar reasons, but then also on top of that, they use it for breaking
the
stories.
fuck
They
out of
use it
there,
for going
dog.
after like
Okay.
people that they use it for communication. They use it for like talking to other journalists.
can destroy
They
our
use it for
shields.
collaboration. It is a very valuable tool for journalists. Elon saying, I'm just going to take you off the fucking platform for covering me is basically saying, if you're a journalist, you better watch what you say about Elon Musk.
Is that a lot of people felt that hateful, vitriolic, violent speech shouldn't be allowed on there because of personal safety. Elon Musk doesn't want his personal safety violated. I mean, that's what it comes down to. He doesn't want people to know where he is.
Bro, here's the best way to do this, okay? Let me give you
She's
guys
just
some
dick
facts
riding
once
for
again.
Elon, too.
Every flight, because of FAA regulation, is tracked in real time. Commercial flights are tracked in real time. If Elon Musk wants to have privacy, he can literally have the same privacy that you do by traveling with a commercial flight. But that's
didn't open that.
slumming it. He does not want to slum it. That's too disgusting to be around the working poor.
Shit,
Even
dude.
literally
This
fucking
sucks.
first class motherfuckers. That is the reason why he has to travel by private jet. He can charter another jet if he wants to anonymously travel with another charter jet. The Gab CEO said Twitter was better when it was run by mentally ill, blue-haired. What? Elon Musk is in over his head when it comes to free speech. Musk has quickly learned that in order to run a free speech platform, you need two things: a thick skin and a fanatical commitment to free speech. Even when being pro-free speech is bad for business. And even when being pro-free speech means tolerating the most excruciating criticisms of yourself. Elon's free speech saga at Twitter is really nothing of the sort. He's treating the product and his users as his playthings. Flailing, hyper-feminine emotional outbursts are a substitute for a leadership style. All told, he has revealed that he has no interest in whatsoever in bringing actual free speech to Twitter. Twitter was ironically more measured and free when there were thousands of mentally ill, blue-haired communists with their fingers on the ban hammer. He's right! I can't believe the fucking Nazi that runs the Gab account is right! Because even the mentally ill, blue-haired feminists weren't just going, I personally don't like you, so I'm just gonna ban journalists. That's fucking insane! No person has ever behaved this way. Jack Dorsey didn't just go, oh, I just don't like individual guys who have said mean things about me, so I'm gonna fucking ban them. If that had happened, everyone would lose their shit. People would be so fucking mad at that. That person would be punished. Why are you so pressed? Because of the fucking hypocrisy and the disgusting way that sniveling, cowardly fucking peasants like yourself with peasant brains go, please, sir, I love the boot, sir, me lord. That's why I'm pressed, bro. How are you not pressed? You read my comment, LeMaFeo. That's how fucking stupid you are. You just want Streamer to react to you, and that's it. I just made your fucking day. That's why I'm mad. You should be mad. I'm mad because you're not mad, okay? I'm mad because you're not mad. You should be mad too. This only fucks you, okay? I'm at least in a certain level of fucking financial security and comfort that, like, it's not gonna fuck me as bad, okay, no matter what happens. But it will fuck you. This attitude alone will fuck you so much harder. And I get mad because I just, like, I see so many people genuinely just deep throat the fucking boot and go, nah, it's actually fine that a billionaire is doing that. I mean, here it is, yeah. Elon Musk asked in April if it would be okay to tweet a politician's address along with a gun sight over their face. He said removing such a tweet would be quite dangerous and that Twitter's speech rules should match the laws of the country.
Here's one tweet. I hate Politician X.
Yeah.
Next tweet is, I wish Politician X wasn't alive, as some of us have said about Putin right now, for example. So that's legitimate speech. Another tweet is, I wish Politician X wasn't alive, with a picture of their head with a gun sight over it. Or that plus their address. I mean, at some point, someone has to make a decision as to which of those is not okay. Can an algorithm do that? Or surely you need human judgment at some point?
No, I think, like I said, in my view, Twitter should match the laws of the country, and really, you know, there's an obligation to do that. But going beyond that, and having it be unclear who's making what changes to who, to where, having tweets sort of mysteriously be promoted and demoted with no insight into what's going on.
Bro, you
Having
literally
a
are doing that!
algorithm, promote some things and not other things. I think this can be quite dangerous.
Yeah, good thing that's not happening. Oh wait, that's literally fucking happening! It's funny because that wasn't happening, but conservatives said it was, and then Elon Musk took over and is now doing the thing that he said would be very
that is
dangerous.
quintessential
People
conservatism,
can't let go
though.
of this reality that no matter what happens, like saying Elon Musk is bad and stupid breaks the system, and the system has to be infallible, or else why am I getting ass fucked for no reason? That's the issue here. People are literally like, no, this, you don't understand. The system has to be infallible. The system cannot be broken, because if the system is broken, that means I've been taking this dick for no fucking reason. That's the reason why they ride for Elon so hard, because he's like the singular human representation of like a billionaire fail son that has been able to get all this false marketing from these very same outlets that are shitting on him now. Unspent accounts who doxed my exact location in real time now in 7 days. Unspent accounts who doxed my exact location in real time now, tomorrow, 7 days from now, longer. Absolutely pathetic. What a fucking loser he is, dude. He's gonna start banning people who like stop the count. Yeah, he's gonna start banning people who like don't vote a certain way on it. He's like, sorry, you voted in a way that is inconsistent with my opinions, and I will definitely have to deal with you appropriately.
Showing real-time information about somebody's location is inappropriate, and I think everyone on this call would not like that to be done put to them.
Oh,
and
fuck.
There's not going to be any distinction in the future between journalists, civil journalists, and regular people.
Send the
Everyone's
boys
going to be
over.
treated the same. You're not special because you're a journalist. You're a Twitter. You're a citizen.
No, they are special. If a random person is like trying to fucking come in contact with you, they're a stalker. If a journalist is trying to come in contact with you, they have internal rules that they have to abide by, but they're
Can I send
doing
them
it
over?
for a story, especially a story that they believe is in the public's
Close.
best interest to know about. That's the fucking difference. You can't act like journalists who are operating as journalists are literally the same as like a random person.
No special treatment. You dox, you get suspended. End of story. So and ban evasion or trying to be clever about it. Like, oh, I posted a link to the real-time information. That is obviously simply trying to evade the meaning. That is, there's no different than actually showing real-time information.
Bro, he is so triggered, dude. Holy fuck, he can't
Dude,
even like.
Elon sucks
he's just
so
going
much.
crazy. He has no mechanism for like assessing a situation where it doesn't go his way. I think it's part of the problem of being as popular as he is, as rich and powerful as he is, for as long as he's been rich and powerful. He just doesn't have a way of like computing
the most
when people
awkward
say,
quest
dude,
marker.
you're wrong. Here's how this works.
So when you're saying posting a link to it, I mean, some of the people like Drew and Ryan Mack from the New York Times who were banned were they were
just a waste
reporting
of
on it
fuel.
in the course of sort of pretty normal journalistic endeavors. You consider that like a tricky attempt at ban evasion?
You show the link to the real-time information, ban evasion, obviously.
That's insane, bro. Dude, Elon Musk is like, bro, that's fucked up. Guys, luckily I'm on Twitch and not on Twitter, but if I posted this on Twitter, oh boy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, oh brother, I'm doxing you. I'm doxing you. I'm doxing everybody. That's why he's going to Mars, bro. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah, M-HUD? Is that where he's going? Guess what, dude? Caught in fucking 4K, brother. Yeah, I doxed him again. I don't even care. I'll do it again.
I never posted your address.
You posted a link to the address.
We posted a link. In the course of reporting about Elon Jet, we posted links to Elon Jet, which are now not online and now banned on Twitter. And Twitter also, of course, marks even the Instagram and Mastodon accounts of Elon Jet as harmful. Using, we have to acknowledge, using the same exact link blocking technique that you have criticized as part of the Hunter Biden New York Post story in 2020. So what is different here and there?
No more acceptable for me. It's no more acceptable for me, for you, than it is for me. Same thing.
Elon Musk wants Elon Jet to be treated like ISIS, dude. There are limitations to what people will link in their articles. But like Elon has decided, you know, you can't even fucking link it in an article. Like that's crazy. You can't do editorial control. He is doing editorial control over what is acceptable in a fucking news article, man.
It's no more acceptable for me, for you, than it is for me.
Jump!
Same thing. So anyway.
So it's unacceptable what you're doing?
No, what you dox, you get suspended, end of story, that's it.
Elon, I have to ask, I mean, I think what everyone's wondering is it's highly...
Bro, he's so fucking dumb. Thank God. In many ways, Elon being a fucking idiot is obviously an issue, right? Like fucking up this platform, all this stuff sucks. But him being an idiot in this circumstance is giving us so much content. Like he's so stupid that he thinks he can go up against like fucking tech journalists, man. Like this is what they do. They like are professionally a nuisance. They know everything about you. It's like fucking trying to reason with my stalkers, you know what I mean? And,
Come
and
on,
then on top
dude.
of that, instead of being schizophrenic, these people are like actually fucking smart.
Oh, I think Elon has left.
He then killed all the spaces after that, by the way. He killed Twitter audio feature after Bizarre Talk with Journalists.
3 fuel?
Because like
Lame.
Twitter spaces
Not
would
worth
allow
it.
people to banned accounts, as you saw, to go into spaces because it was owned by Periscope. He brought it back now, but unfortunately, from what I understand, Katie,
Oh, shit.
Katie Natopoulos, who hosted the space originally,
Got no
can no longer host
oxygen.
spaces ever again. She has been banned from using spaces, dude. Like, it's literally so obvious what's going on, dude. It's
missile is the
so
concern
obvious
here.
what's going on. Elon Musk could at this point tweet that like he's a petty bitch and he's doing this on purpose, and he has no fucking clue what's going on, and that shit would still get like 100 million people going, nah, dog, that's also 5D chess plays right here. Like, Elon could quite literally be like, I'm stupid, dog. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. I'm an idiot. What the fuck do I know about running Twitter? I didn't even run Tesla. I just bought it. And people would still literally be like, no, dude, you're typical Elon, man. You're a public figure, an extremely controversial and powerful one. I get feeling unsafe, but descending into abuse of power and erratically banning journalists only increases the intensity around you. Take a beat and lay off the proto-fascism. Maybe try putting down your phone. They posted my exact real-time location, basically assassination coordinates in obvious direct assassination coordinates. He said, you first, lol. 159,000 likes. This is more offensive than anything else. This is more offensive than what Elon said. I can't do this. When I see Elon Musk fans, it makes me want to kiss myself. I completely lose all hope. I lose all faith. I lose all hope because he's not even trying. That's the most offensive part of this, okay? I love comedy. I love content. I will consume the worst kinds of content. I will find the positive in the worst kinds of content, like old Steven Crowder clip threads. You know what I mean? Like, and yet Elon is just, you know, you're supposed to like it because it's Elon. He's the God King. You're rewarding mediocrity. You're rewarding things that are not good, content that is bad, and that is unacceptable to me. I hate that. I love how he ups the ante on every successive poll. Oh, if I say, should I suspend the people who dox me? Everyone will feel bad for me and vote yes. Okay, how about should I suspend the people who want me and my family to have our intestines vacuumed out of our assholes? Elon stuff verges on tired and boring like Trump stuff would, but then he always makes a breakthrough in hilarious neediness. Just try to picture John D. Rockefeller doing this. Imagine him buying every telegraph company and sending messages to everyone. Do you like me? That's such a good take.
Do I have room for another?
Barry Weiss came after Elon.
I
This
do.
is like a Kristen Sinema Democratic Party style, you know, two-timing happening here. It's just crazy. Barry Weiss says, the old regime at Twitter
Backup
governed by its
battery.
own whims and biases, and it sure looks like the new regime has the same problem. I
Should I
oppose
just buy
it
this?
in both cases because she is a centrist, even though she's not. And I think those journalists who were reporting on a story of public importance should be reinstated. I have never been swayed by the Twitter is a private company argument, and I'm left wondering, as I wrote yesterday at the FP, Whether any unelected individual or clique should have this kind of power over the public conversation, you can read that here. Barry Weiss is right. Can't believe I'm saying this. I fucking hate this, okay? I hate this, but I'm a fucking girl boss right now. My pussy is twerking with girl boss energy at the moment. That is a good fucking take. I'm not going to read a Barry Weiss article. I would never do that to myself. But having said that, Barry Weiss, good take. I'm girl bossing so hard. I don't need to dwell on how mesmerizing it is to watch these journalists who defended, even celebrated Twitter bans under the old regime under the guise of safety, now call it censorship, and say it infringes on the freedom of expression. It did then as it does now. No, everyone has limitations on free speech. And Barry Weiss is at least being a little fucking honest. Also, you know his ass is cooked because he's doing a triple reply. What should the consequences of doxing someone in real time, exact location be? Assume your child is at that location as mine was. Barry, this is a real question, not rhetorical. What is your opinion? He's like mad, dude. Holy fuck, dude. Glaze Greenwald. I'm not Barry, but I'll offer my own answer. I think anyone minimally decent can empathize with that. I'd be enraged if people were posting real-time data about the locations of my kids, but the rules need to be clearly defined and then apply with consistent universality. Like, this is what Glaze Greenwald, this is the maximum, like, criticism he'll do. Yeah, Elon, decent people understand what your family's going through, and they all hate the hate you get is sad to see. No, man, the hate he gets is not sad to see. Nobody wants his fucking children to be punished or anything like that. And fuck stalkers. Okay, obviously. Nobody likes stalkers. They're fucking gross. But, like, the reason why people are mad at Elon isn't the oh, my God. Okay, Barry, this is a real question, not rhetorical. What's your opinion? Rather than rigorously pursuing truth, you are virtue signaling to show that you are good in the eyes of media elite to keep one foot in both those worlds. 7 hours ago, 6 hours ago, 12:34. Holy fuck. Bro, he literally went back. He did a 1 hour circuit. He like circled the office, came back, and that was the best thing that he could come up with. Then he went and walked around again, came back, and then again posted this. I can't wait until Elon destroys the value of Twitter so much that it's cheap enough for me to buy it, and I can quietly ban everyone on here that calls me short and gay.
The GeoGuessr loving fans among you that would quite like to play along with me on a good old bit of GeoGuessr. We're going to do the capitals map, but this time we're going to do 3 minutes per round, okay? Partly because I've never done it and I think it'll be quite fun to do this, to have a bit of a time limit on things, see what score we can get with that restriction, but also because it's easier for me to edit and I'm just chock-a-block. Right, we're going to make a challenge. 3 minutes per round. No
okay, we're
movement.
giving up on combat at this point.
It. That is the parameters that I was after. There's going to be detective work, but it's going to be under a time pressure. The results of those two things could be interesting. They could be embarrassing. Let's find out which one it's going to be. Here we go. That seems to be Greek. I have been known to mix up Greek with Cyrillic writing, but looking at these people, I would say, you know, keeping one eye on the time, she's pretty Greek, I think. Face, oh mate, oh come on. I mean, if he's not called Stavros, actually, you know, Stavros Flatley, I don't know who is. Okay, again, I apologise for the bunged up nose. So this has got to be Athens then. We should probably stop farting
dude,
around looking at people and judging how Greek they are on a scale of 1 to 10. But he is 7.
Why does it like heal like a little bit? That's so weird.
To try and get a perfect score, because everyone's going to get this. Sophocleus. Sophocles. Gotta be a bit careful. Sophocles. And then over there begins with A. Oh god, oh no, I've got to get the old compass on. This eats up time. Okay, alright. Sophocles is actually east to west. And then the A. The road beginning with A, Amphas, Afinas, is heading sort of north to south. Okay, so with half the time gone, I'm going to go in there. I might have a cheeky blow of the nose, actually, just to improve things your end. Don't know if that improved anything. But here we go. What is it? Are our immune systems just, you know, shot at this point? Thanks to 2 years indoors. Who else is ill in Britain? It is cold. Askiplu. Right, okay. Let's think about this. Can see mountains over there. Sophocles. Mountains. Would that put us...
My biggest
further
concern,
over
as
here?
always,
Oh
is
my
this
God,
missile.
We haven't got long left. Never going to get a perfect score here. About around here. Can you imagine if I found it? I am going to put the marker down very soon. About around here. Oh, I don't know. I've gone there. Oh! Oh, that's not bad. Oh my god. Yeah, I went for a few different changes of mind there because, you know, you could see mountains in the distance, but they were these ones fairly far away. But at one point I thought that's what I was looking at.
Oh shoot! I
And
thought
then
I
in the
had an
end I
extra
just
slot.
looked at the directions of the roads and thought
my
these
cruise movement
ones
speed is increased by
add up
25%.
more than anything I've seen. Slight, you know, a slight off
Probably
kilter
get rid of
to
this.
the
I
right.
don't think I need that, especially if I'm not doing
There it
combat
is,
anymore.
Sophocles and Athenas, in homage to Athena. If you watch, she's not watching this. But that is quite, that's pretty, I wouldn't say exceptional, but pretty jammy to get 2 points off there. Who's keeping up with me? Let me know. Are you not playing along? Ah, too late now. You've screwed it. Right. Next round then. Community Info Hub. Volunteering, so all English so far. Canberra. Canberra information. Right, I'm going to get this one. I've decided. So Dendy Fitness First North Quarter. We're obviously in the centre. We don't have
Vulcan Chain.
Ah, here we go. Narrowland Street. Let's get right in there because we want to get this one. We don't want to be
45.
fanging about. So you've got that.
Alright, what's the
distinctive
Vulcan Chain? I gotta
circular
look this up.
Centre. Apparently, well, obviously we're not there. Where is the centre of this place? Ah, here it is. It's just north of this City Hill thing. So
Takes a long
2
time to
minutes
warm
left.
up. Usually costs 95.
These two have been easy, by the way. This
requires
isn't-
4 power.
I realise this isn't that entertaining. It's going to be entertaining if
takes
if
30
I'm really stuck.
and until then does
But
very
it's
little.
it's a challenge in itself getting the street bang on.
What does it do?
And I'm
How many
digging a
shots
bigger
does it
hole for
do?
myself by chatting right now.
5 steps total.
Nerelan and I think that says George.
Each time it fires, it decreases the
and we're
cooldown.
facing north. So
Sure.
Nerelan. Can you imagine if I didn't do this?
Especially because the final battle
There is every possibility
is going to be a long battle,
119
right? So we're
left.
gonna need.
that I don't do this. Surely,
Shit. Okay. Okay. He's got missiles.
Tom, if you don't do this, my friend, you
So
won't
I'm gonna
be a
need
friend
like a
of mine
longer gun. I
any
think.
longer. We've got to be in this area, man.
I think I just tank this first hit.
I was was I talking? Why am I still talking? 51 seconds.
I can live with that.
Leave it. What did that
Probably
other
didn't
thing
need to
say?
tank that hit then.
North quarter. Where's Dempsey? 30 seconds left. Don't believe this.
Something's on fire. The fuck? Alright, you go. This guy go search around. What's on fire, dude?
First now, what am I doing?
What the hell is on fire?
Is there anywhere else this could be?
Oh shit! I found out what's on fire. Okay, get out of here.
I don't believe I've screwed that. Wow, there it is. I've got 2 points off again. Right at the end there, I did consider going down here. But I didn't, because it doesn't look right. This is the area that looks right. And there it is. Ah, that's why I couldn't find it. Naralan is tiny. I still should have found it. There's no two ways about it. But it just so happens that at this sort of altitude on the map, you can't see, even there, you can't see this one. Genge Street, I thought it didn't say George, and then Naralan, they're both hiding behind sort of a sea of like retail buildings. But 4998, I'll take that. The perfect score was gone anyway. Next one, who's keeping up with my very high score? My somehow very high score. Next one. Right, I've got to use my noggin here to actually get the country. We're driving on the left. Have I had this before? This was always the... This is the danger now when I play this map, is have I had this before? But I don't think I've had this. And the flags here tell me that it's Indonesia, I think. So it's going to be Jakarta. Is it? Yeah. It's going to be Jakarta. I can't move, remember. So it's a matter of... Jasa. Haja. That looks like it could be a building that's in the centre, that one there. And that's to the sort of... to the west. Northwest, slightly.
Just gonna take the risk.
Northwest. So we can have a little look. Let's get in there. I mean, it's such a massive city. But if we can figure out... Well, that's the thing. I'm not going to be able to figure out where the tall buildings are, really. Maybe around here.
The fact that it requires that much charge tells me it must
What
be
is
sick,
that?
right? It must be super strong, right?
Show P? Something P. So if I can find that building...
no.
It's a very slim... It's a real long shot.
Oh no.
But it is quite a tall building. So if you can find that
I need to
Sheepy,
go
Sherpy,
to one of these repair
or we just
stations
go
and get some
central
cash.
Jakarta, then we head east. Try and find a Burger King. There's KFC. We're halfway there.
Is that enough? No.
Also,
fuck
we
it.
could be down here somewhere. Oh, there's another KFC. See, this road sort of heads... Yeah, southwest.
That's enough. Okay.
I'm going to just put that down there
Let's go.
for now and
I can
look for a Burger King, basically, with 15
Hmm.
seconds. There's a McDonald's. Doesn't put me any closer. Oh, 6 seconds left for a Burger King. Another McDonald's. We bet... I just hope we've got the right city now. Yes, we have. That's where it was. Look at that. Burger King Tebet. I mean, it's not the worst again, but you know, it's okay. It's not amazing.
Any of these
a bit
not
more
useful
time,
anymore?
and yeah, I would have
Nope,
found
those are all very useful.
the
All
Burger
right.
King, because that is the right
Let's
direction of the road.
Jump here
sheepy
first.
thing,
Or do I jump here?
I don't think we're going to see that. It's not necessarily going to correlate with what's on the map. You know, it could
Yeah,
be
let's
a
just jump
Tokopedia tower, and it's got, you know. But that's okay. You know, whenever I haven't played GeoGuess in a
That's
while,
bad.
I'm always happy to not embarrass myself, and I haven't embarrassed myself
That's
yet.
bad.
I'd like to get a perfect score here. I really would. So, and I should have got it in Canberra. Next one, MoneyGram. MoneyGram, but it's French, so I would predict that this is Canada. Oh, no. No, I don't think so. Palm tree. People dressed like that.
What the fuck?
No. And I'm glad we've got something obscure. I want something to test me.
Come on, kill him.
Ah, we've got a flag up there. Is that... Okay. I'll come back to the flag. Colloque.
Oh, fuck off, dude.
International. Is that the Comoros flag? Do they speak French in the Comoros? Quite possibly. It's certainly a place that I've
so
seen
screwed.
very little of. I mean, with these number plates, the black number plates, with
We're
white
so
writing.
screwed, dude.
It's all gonna be. That could say Comoros there at the end, but not necessarily. I don't know if they speak French in the Comoros. I have no idea. I wouldn't have thought so, but who knows? Exim Bank. I mean, yeah, that's interesting. It's not going to point to the country we're in. And up there... No, we're not going to get it from that. It's that flag. That's the flag that that's the clue rather, that's going to be resting on this. Tell you what, if I get into the... I've got a minute, so not a lot of time, but if I get into the Comoros, we can at least see if they speak French at all. Where's the capital? How am I supposed to know what the capital is from that? Is that... What's Mayotte? Is that a different country? Jesus. Where's the capital of Comoros? I have no idea. I can't see anything here that looks big remotely. I don't think we're here. I think I've got that flag wrong. But I haven't got any time to change it. Ooh, that looks a bit better. I mean, oh yes. I've done it again. So the ooh yes at the end was when I saw some French, literally with a second to go. I don't know what it was. Was it? I think I saw Des, Banque Centrale des Comoros, which is ironically. Oh no, it's not the bank we were right next to. We were next to this one. But again, it's another one of those where if I had 10 seconds more, I would have literally zoomed in and seen this bank. But just, I don't know, I guess I was talking too much again. But I like the fact that I've got 2 points off yet again. How have I can't remember a game where I've been that consistently just off the mark. I've definitely never had a game where I've had 3 4 9 9 8s before. That's quite something. I guess you're more likely to get that on a 3 minutes per round game. Anyway, last round. I'm not going to say anything. Let's just see what happens here. And that's got to be... No, that's not going to be Paris. It's going to be Eastern Europe or... I mean... I don't know. Is it Prague? Let's keep looking. Louvre. Ah, hang on. That sounds more sort of Lithuanian or something. Tabakas Hams. Look at that. Okay, this I've got to, this has got to be the one where I shine. Baku, Dobbs, Rotas, Aksauri, JD Bracelet, Handmade. Okay, so we've got some English. It's not Hungarian.
Yeah, holy
it's
shit,
not
that is
any of
strong.
the sort of Slavic sounding ones. Samaksa.
Please repair me a lot. Okay, let's go, dude. Got more missiles too. Okay.
And I got 150, so a bit of time.
Oh, that was dumb. I fucked up.
Aksauri.
Okay. What's gotta happen? What's gotta happen? What's gotta happen?
I think this is... I'm gambling a bit here, but I think... Let's try Vilnius. Let's see what we've got.
I guess
in
we're
here.
giving him time to destroy that.
Just look at the...
But I'm fucking up with my Vulcan. No,
the
that was a
street
bad play.
names,
I clicked the
really.
wrong button. I mean, I honestly, I clicked the
I'm
wrong
not
button.
sure, though. I'm really not sure. What I'm looking for is this structure. Where would that be? And then, of course, it could be Riga. Okay, we would be around here if we were anywhere. And I'm not really seeing much. I really don't want to get the wrong country here on the final round. Put it down there, and then I'm going to fly. And I mean fly over to Riga. It's better not be Hungary, man. "30 seconds left to change my mind or not."
Dude. Okay, Vulcan, whatever that was, is unfair.
10 seconds to decide. I'm so tempted.
Guess I'll jump to the store, see if there's anything else I need one more
I'm
time.
changing it. I've changed it. Is that a terrible
Let's
idea?
repair first.
Yes! Come on! Oh, 1 point off this time. I'm kind of gutted it's not 2. What a change. So obviously...
Because why not? Why would we not do that? Because maybe they're
Damn.
targeted again with something.
Should have seen that really, but I was flapping a bit.
Everybody heal up.
So obviously I didn't have any street names to work with. There's not a lot there. There's Louvre. I can see Louvre, but there's not a lot else. There's not a lot around here that I could have gone off. It's this that I should have noticed. I'm just so glad I was brave enough to change that. Riga seems like a more...
I didn't even check the store.
There's more going on in terms of historic
I'm gonna check the store.
stuff.
Oh, it's gone!
Didn't seem there was...
Alright, this is all we
there was
got.
Too much in
What do I need?
Vilnius
What do I
in
need?
comparison. I'm sure it's
Does this
lovely.
do anything for me? I don't know.
So that's partly why I changed it, but I'm
piloting.
happy. 4999. That's a good score, I think. I don't know, that's a funny one to put my finger on. There was a couple of rounds that weren't absolute
additional
gimmies,
power?
really,
Sure.
like the Comoros one and the last one. The
Okay.
other 3 were pretty easy to
Let's
work
fight.
out which city you were in for various reasons.
Oh,
but
shit.
Score-wise, I think is where I've impressed myself.
Mind control.
And I think that's partly because haven't played GeoGuessr in a little while. I am going to stop talking now and leave you to enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you enjoyed that vid, and I hope you enjoyed playing along with it. Let me know.
A sailboat. probably low because there's such an effort to like.
Yeah.
That you need the wind to be right.
Yeah, yeah.
We need like a nippy little craft.
Is there anyone out there who's willing and able to take us to Montreux? Excuse me.
The marina was big but quiet and mostly inaccessible. So we spoke to the first bloke we saw.
You might be willing to take it in your boat. Teaching. No, it's not a 5-year thing. Okay.
But this booming voiced skipper could only offer us pricey boat driving lessons.
Okay, thanks.
Cheers.
Merci.
The only other active boat we saw was another returning driving instructor.
Bonjour.
Is it?
I have to recall, yeah.
Our only remaining option, other than to wait around, was to speak to the guys in the boat club/shop. Maybe there was some cool wakeboarder guy there who had some free time, or maybe knew someone who did. Or maybe there was just a normal bloke with poor English and no idea what we were trying to achieve.
Yes, that's okay.
But he did give us this.
Okay, he's given us this. Have no idea how fruitful that will be, but
Isn't legible in the slightest, but
is that a G or a 9?
G or 9, the number didn't work, and things were looking pretty desperate in this buzzless boatyard. But then, a ray of hope.
Is it? Yeah, mate. It's just about open.
One of the private jetties had been left open.
don't show it.
No, I won't. Otherwise we're swimming out. Okay, we're not supposed to be in here.
Luckily, it was left open. Clumsy old rich fool.
We've just got to hope that there's someone about. Okay, we're going to ask this guy, I think. Shall we? Should we come back down?
He doesn't look like he knows what YouTube is, right?
No.
Neither does he don't look fast enough for our purposes.
But the jetty was a dead end. Our hopes rested on one portly, middle-aged man.
Okay, the only guy on this whole jetty is this guy here, and we don't think he speaks good English, but let's have a look.
Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour, tu parles anglais? It's no problem if not, but if you had a free hour or however long it takes, then...
okay, but I don't... Perhaps someone is going to Montreux
yeah.
there, but I don't know.
No, that's okay.
No?
Is there another port?
You can take the boat, the big boat.
Yeah.
The rules for the show is we're not allowed to use public transport and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's all like,
It's all improvised.
It's improvised
Yes.
transport. Is there another port over there? Another harbour, I mean?
Yes, every village has his port. It's 2 to 3 kilometers.
Merci.
Merci.
We go and check. Thanks for your time.
Okay, thanks.
Ciao.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Bloody nice guy, isn't he? Bloody nice guy.
The gate open the old twit. So, what's the update, Thomas?
Well, we're moving in the right direction. Nothing else. I guess we're heading to the next harbour. Try our luck there, but these harbours don't really seem too fruitful.
Plus, it's what is it? Wednesday.
Yeah, no one's really knocking about.
So it's dead.
You can always hitchhike. So, we're moving in the right direction.
But the truth was, we really wanted to get a ride on a boat.
No one in.
Despite the lack of success thus far, our spirits were high. I mean, the weather was incredible, and we couldn't have been in a nicer place.
That is beautiful, boys, that is!
All we needed to make this day unforgettable was to be whizzed towards the misty horizon of this endless flat lake by some rich Swiss hunk called Marco.
That was incredibly refreshing.
Then, whilst jokingly hailing over a passing speedboat,
Hey! Hey!
the incredibly slim odds of that actually happening suddenly increased slightly.
A ray of hope.
Whoever this guy was, he'd actually heeded our half-arsed call.
Bonjour. Tu parles anglais? It's a strange request that we have. You want to ride?
Yeah. So
Basically, we're trying to get across Europe in as many different modes of transport as possible. We wondered if you could take us a little way down the lake.
Right now, because it's like for wakeboard.
Okay. We can't tempt you.
Like for me,
No.
it's okay, but for the company, I cannot.
That's what I was going to say. If it was maybe if you were in your free time, you could do it, but you have to wait there. Yeah. No, that's fair enough, mate.
Thanks
Totally
anyway,
understand.
man.
Thanks a lot for your time.
Merci.
Merci.
Au revoir.
In reality, he was just trying to make a living.
He was the ideal candidate though, because he had free time and it was his boat. Like
He was ideal. Just too occupied, sadly. On we go down the coast.
Further on, whilst exploring some of the more hidden private harbours, something even more improbable happened. Greg and I were just fantasising about how cool it would be to own a house here on the lake when this guy walks past.
Hello, Tom. It's Michel, Michael.
It was the very guy who had arranged the speedboat for me the previous day, just walking his dog with his girlfriend. Bizarre.
Take it easy. Thank you, yeah.
But time was kind of slipping away from us now, and our hopes hinged on this last cluster of masts.
This might be our last
This is the last hope.
hope down
Forlorn
here.
hope. No, it's not forlorn. There's a chance.
We're going to get it. We're going to do it.
It was the marina that the bare-chested man of Lausanne had spoken of, and there were plenty of boats, including this speedy-looking vessel.
That'll be perfect.
But again, the place was absolutely dead, and eerily silent too, until this gaggle of noisy students marched their way past, presumably on their lunch break, and that gave us another shit idea.
So it's a bit wacky, it's a bit out there, but we've got our eyes on this boat. We're not going to steal it, but all the wakeboards, the water skis inside there, we just think that the kind of guys who own that boat, who we think are having their lunch in this restaurant, we're hoping that they're the kind of people who'd be like, yeah, jump in, man, we'll take you to Montreux. Might be totally off the mark there, but we're going to wait it out for a few minutes, just in case.
We gave the phantom boat owners 15 minutes to polish off their lobsters, or else we'd have no choice but to put this improvised sign to use.
It's a nice pen. It's very smooth, yeah.
Okay.
Right, we've given up on this. The boat's still firmly there.
Abortions. If you agree, step forward. If you disagree, stay put. Nobody likes abortion.
That's an interesting question. I'm going to be honest. Like, and Jubilee phrases their stuff in a way to make it like, you could take it one way, you could take it another way, right? Like, oh my God, okay. These are the, like, pro-abortion. These are the anti-abortion. Like, you can just tell. Nobody likes abortions. Like, what? Anyway, nobody likes abortions. What does that question mean? Like, nobody likes having to get one or whatever? Like, I don't know. It's like, what if the question was nobody likes taking the Plan B pill? Like, you know, you have sex, you don't use a condom, and, you know, you decide to get the Plan B pill. No one would bat an eye. They'd be like, no, that's fine. I don't care about getting the Plan B pill. I mean, abortions could be more obtrusive, I suppose, but ultimately, like, it's just a medical procedure. So any other one, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, no one wants to like get surgery. So no one's like, yeah, oh, I'm getting another abortion this week. This is awesome. I like this. I like this. That's stupid. What a dumb idea. And I don't even think the most brain dead fucking dumbass conservative thinks that. But yeah, I like that. Like, I like that abortion access, you know, exists, you know, obviously in fewer places now. What is socialism? Let's get rid of that. That's for tomorrow. No, I like that people can get abortions, but like, this is something like younger me would have been like, oh, you know, I'm pro-abortion, but like I'd never get one. It's so sad that it has to happen, but I get why it happens. No, it's like, no, I don't really care. Like, so I would probably stand, but like say my point there were like, I like that you can get abortions. Like, I think that that's entirely like super important. When was this posted? November 21. So about a year ago. So 6-ish, 7-ish months before Roe was overturned. Dude, I wonder what these chicks are going to say. Are they going to be like, no, actually, liberal women love abortions? Watch me be totally wrong, and these guys are the pro-abort or anti-abortion people.
I don't think anyone likes it. I think they use it, and they might use it incorrectly.
No, it's right. Like, he's coded. He is like hog coded. Look at him, dude. He is every fucking conservative.
From my perspective, but I don't think anyone likes an abortion. Like, they're not like jumping for joy for it.
I think it is a very physically taxing process to go through, and I don't think anyone would want to intentionally have an abortion. I think those who get an abortion, most of the time, it's because they need to.
It's a harmful narrative on both sides of the conversation to say that, you know, women celebrate abortion. I think it creates a prejudice around women who do get abortions. And I don't think that it's good to kind of minimize the decision of abortion from either
She's Jewish.
side, from either perspective. So,
which, like, Judaism is like the one religion where abortion is like protected, right? And I think it is like actually protected in Judaism.
Can the disagreeer step forward?
I think if you asked me this question maybe several years ago, I would have said nobody likes abortion. But I think in today's climate, it is much more celebrated as a pro-life person.
It should be celebrated. Like, not like, yay, you got the abortion. Just like, yay, you have the opportunity to get the abortion. This is another place where, like, no one celebrate. Like, it's hard for every woman to get an abortion. So, like, she's already presenting, like, an incorrect bad faith argument, which is quintessentially conservative.
I've had people tell me that they will dedicate their next abortion to me.
They're just being cheeky because you're a pro-life asshole. You're a pro-life piece of shit. And you're denying women a fundamental right, so someone's just being cheeky. That's all. You fucking dumbass.
Instead of helping women, they will have an abortion. I've heard.
Instead of helping women, they will have an abortion? Dude, the abortion is helping that woman. She doesn't have to go through childbirth. She doesn't have to raise another fucking human for the next 18 years. That's helping that person who's not ready to have that kid. Are you kidding me?
Very similar responses to you. Things like, I'll donate to Planned Parenthood in your name, and there's other.
Yeah, that stuff's sick. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know, you could call it live shit. Like, that's just like sticking it to you fucking dumbass pro-life idiots, dude.
There are pages like Shout Your Abortion that openly.
Shout Your Abortion. Without. Yeah, and I mean, that I kind of understand too. Like, you should not feel shame or regret or sad. See, that's what it's saying here. You should not feel these emotions when you get an abortion. That is a problem. So, yeah, I guess like normalizing it, making it like that it's not a bad thing with something like this is good. Like I said, it shouldn't be treated any differently from like any other like contraceptive method. Like no one's gonna shame you for like wearing a condom. You know what I mean?
Celebrates abortion rights.
Yeah, I celebrate abortion, and I think that campaigns like Shout Your Abortion aren't about like getting in your face, but women who choose to have abortions suffer a lot of stigma and trauma from people who stand outside clinics and have grotesque images and literally, you know, damning your soul. Abortion as a medical procedure and resource is something that I do celebrate. It's a human right, and I love abortion.
Hell yeah, dude. That was an A+ fucking take.
My name is Rocky. I use she, her pronouns. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I am very pro-abortion. I think that legislation like SB 8 opens the door and the path.
SB 8 took effect on September 1st, 2021. It is the first time a state has successfully imposed a 6-week... Oh, yeah, I remember that, ban since Roe v. Wade. It doesn't fucking matter now, dude. Roe v. Wade is gone. But yeah, I remember, like, this was when they were first testing... One, what they could do. Two, public perception, probably, on banning abortion. And, like, the right was like, they didn't push back hard enough. So we could probably just get rid of Roe. Which may have cost them in the 2022 election, though they did take this House. Senate is still a 50-50 majority now that Kyrsten Sinema's gone. But yeah.
Towards handing over our bodily autonomy to the state. I don't understand how anyone can justify using their personal beliefs to take away the rights of others.
Hell yeah, I love her already. She is going to be my favorite.
My name's Abby. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and I'm an abolitionist of human abortion. We have to ask the question of...
I am an abolitionist of human abortion? Dude, I can tell, like, I don't know. Something about her vibes. Something about the way she dresses screams like that Christian girl. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry if this is just, like, mean or off base, but, like, that's the vibe I get. Like, I grew up around these people, okay? I grew up in a pretty fucking right-wing area. I know this girl, and, like, the vibes are off. The vibes are off.
What makes humans valuable? So because my worldview as a Christian gives me a foundation for human worth, and because I believe scientifically fetuses are human beings from the moment of conception, I am against abortion.
Biological fathers should have an equal say.
Ooh, that's a good question. No. I think younger me, when I was more reactionary, would have said yes, because I was a dumbass and I was a reactionary. But yeah, it would have been something like, you know, oh, well, it's his kid too. It's equally his kid. It's 50% his kid. It's 50% her kid. Completely disregarding the, like, insane trauma that is pregnancy. And, like, that's everything. You know what I mean? So my answer right now would be no. Like, and that is, I can see the gray area here. And, like, if they get pregnant and the guy's like, no, I want to have it, I can see there being a discussion to be had. But ultimately, if the woman's like, no, I don't want to carry this to term, I don't want that to happen to my body, I absolutely think that's fundamentally her right. 1, 2, the guy, you want to have a kid, you can go easily have another kid with someone else, like 100%. So it is kind of in that same, like, there's nothing special about that particular fetus. You know what I mean? It's just a clump of cells. It's just it's nothing. It's next to meaningless, honestly. And I get that's hard to say. That's hard to grasp too, which is why we face such an uphill battle when talking about, you know, being pro-abortion. But yeah, no, the answer to this is a very clear and obvious no.
In abortions.
This man said yes. He's never thought about this before. Wait, what's the question? Should have equal say? So, okay, let's rewind. Let's rewind. Okay. Now in this scenario, she says she wants to keep it, and he says, I don't want it. I think, one, I'm getting into territory where I'm clearly too dumb to have a fully fleshed out opinion. Okay. I don't want to hear other perspectives on this, and we will. Right now, oh my God, that's a tough question. 'Cause, like, I mean, a man shouldn't have his say over a woman's uterus. I don't know. Maybe Maybe the answer is yes. I'm going to be honest. And the man says, I want you to have an abortion. I don't want this kid to come out. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe the other answer is you can keep it, but I'm not going to pay child support. Like, I maybe either of those might be the reasonable answer here. Let's see.
Well, I think so. I mean, it's consistency. Like, if we're defining that as a life, if it is a life, to put a kid up for adoption, both parents have to.
Dude, fuck off. Like, the baby needs to get born. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like maybe I'm just off base, but I feel like a lot of abortion conversations ignore the fact that the woman needs to, like, carry a baby to term, and like the insanity that like comes with that. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I agree. I have talked to lots of women who've had abortions, and I've talked to lots of men who are hurting. They're completely heartbroken. They would have raised the baby. They wanted to raise the baby.
Go have a baby with someone else then. Like, seriously, like, someone will have a baby with you. If you're just desperate to have a baby, why does it have to be that baby? Like, that baby was a clump of cells. It wasn't a baby, okay? Go have a baby with someone else. Go impregnate someone else who wants to have a kid.
They begged for the life of the baby.
The life of the baby.
They obviously created the baby together, but only one of them gets to decide if their child.
This man is so conflicted. It's because Jubilee makes these questions in a way that, like, you have to be conflicted like this. You know what I mean?
Child gets to live or die.
I would like to say, from
hate-
more of a
I
honest
hate
feminist
pro-life
perspective,
people.
Men have responsibility as the other parent of that child. Ironically enough, a lot of the times when pro-choice people put the focus completely on the woman, they strip the man of all his parental rights and responsibilities. And I think that's why actually a lot of men who are pro-choice because they don't want to have those fatherly responsibilities that they will have once.
Shut the fuck up. Look, what a dumb fucking argument,
Child's
dude.
born.
You left us, man. I want to know why.
There's a struggle.
Yeah.
I'm mad conflicted about this because I strongly feel like a man should not have control over what a woman does with her body. I more so have an issue with when a man doesn't actually want that baby. She wants it and then expects this man to like be the ultimate provider and child care and all this extra stuff, right? But in the case of if the man wanted it, the baby, and the woman didn't want it, he has no say so. I think that's a fucked up dynamic. So
Yeah, I was just talking about that just now. Like, it is a tough dynamic for sure.
that's why I was going back and forth.
Well, you should have stayed then. It sounds like you're for men having more rights.
I just can't force a woman to be like, no, you have to do this, because I think it's fucked up. It's her body.
But it's also a child's life in there.
He doesn't have a good argument now, so he has to go back to like forget opinion. He just went to forget opinions. Forget the man's opinion, forget the woman's opinion, forget the question. That is a child's life. That's what he went to. It's because he has no argument. You see this time and time again with conservatives. They run out of arguments because they don't have good arguments, period.
It's not just her body, it's a child's
And
life.
it's also your son or daughter. I think truly, in my eyes, it's my body. I get to do what I want with it, and I don't think anyone, including the other person who's involved, should have a say whether I want to keep it or whether I want to get an abortion.
My name is Asher, currently reside in Las Vegas, and I'm for pro-abortion. I used to be against abortion until an unwanted pregnancy happened to me. If you know for a fact that you're not even gonna be the best parent for that child, or you can't provide for that child, or maybe you're just fearful and don't wanna pop a child out of you, or just whatever reason that you have, I feel like you shouldn't have to go through with that. You still have that choice over your life, your body.
I have had an abortion.
One of the men comes up.
A few months ago,
I guess a partner could have had one.
Found out that I was pregnant. When I imagined myself
Damn, only a few months
finding
ago.
out I was pregnant for the first time, I wanted it to be celebrated. And in that moment, I felt such severe anxiety. And having that, I felt like the entire time I was just in a lot of emotional pain, grieving. I was debating about myself, about how I would be looked at or how I would view myself after getting the procedure done.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous. So I'm gonna be real careful with my words. Clearly, as a man, I can't have an abortion. But my girlfriend, we've had 2 abortions. She didn't really want to have a baby. I didn't really want to have a baby. And I know for me, I don't want to be seen as that deadbeat father person, but I knew I wasn't really trying to sacrifice my own dreams or what I was trying to accomplish to be a
And today they have showed up big.
Give an outro for the YouTube? Yeah, well, please subscribe if you like this kind of content. Please subscribe if you like this kind of content. Ring that bell too. Let's go. All right? Jubilee did a feminism video. We're going to watch it.
Men can be feminist. Go.
Why somewhat agree? What the Why not? Uh-oh.
I'm wearing a hoodie that says men can be feminists too. I feel like I have to be over here.
Oh God, dude. Just like, I'm sorry. I find people who are like, I'm an LGBT ally or I'm a male feminist. Like people who say stuff like that, they'd be so cringe. Just like painfully cringe. It sucks. It's so performative. Like just be a feminist. Like you don't have to fucking billboard it.
I think most men that are feminists are like usually either lazy, virtue signaling, just want to see tits, or access to easy sex.
I do think that there's a lot of creepy people that do this, like that are all like not a lot, but there definitely is that meme where it's like, oh, I'm a male feminist, and then it's like in the real world you're just like kind of a piece of shit. Why do people think that like being a feminist gets you pussy? Like I don't understand. Who's like, oh, you're feminist? Yo, let me throw it your way. Let me throw this back.
Dad at that point.
I think that's definitely like one of the biggest things to consider because I wasn't in any kind of position to be a mother, So it's like I want to get my shit together before I can have a baby and give it a life that it deserves. When I found out I was pregnant, the person that I was with at the time, they were like, I will support you in every way, but I will not be able to be there for you if you decide to keep it. And that definitely influenced my choice. It was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. I like to think I'm a pretty generous, loving person, and the names that I've been called for even getting one, I've gotten evil, psychotic, demented.
My name is Christine. I'm from Denver, and I am on the anti-abortion side. So when I was 20 years old, I was a college student, and I found myself in an unplanned pregnancy, and I was pressured to abort very heavily, not only by my child's father, but by those around me. And I heard my son's heartbeat, and there was no debate. It was a life. His life was not mine to take. This is part of why I am very pro-life, because I know many women are pressured to abort when they don't want to.
Can they disagree a step forward?
Your story is absolutely powerful, and your story as well. I think something we probably all can agree on is abortion usually is a symptom of a bigger problem, whether it's finances, whether it's stability of housing, whether it's relationship issues. My perspective is that we address those issues instead of ending the life of a child.
I disagree. I don't think that abortion is a symptom. People should be able to access abortion when, how, wherever they want or need. I don't think that it's a problem to be fixed. I think that is still stigmatizing.
But I think the biggest thing is that there are birth control methods out there, and abortion should not be a birth control method. I think that's very critical. And to hear that, you weren't celebrated. I think life should be celebrated with everybody.
I'd like to call attention to that point too, just the fact of using abortion as birth control. I
Thank you for everyone sharing their stories so far. I didn't step forward, I haven't had an abortion myself, but I am a survivor of rape. I was on birth control at the time, and I still made the decision with my medical team that birth control is not 100% effective, and I wanted access to emergency contraceptive to take on top of that. And had that pregnancy or any of those methods failed, I would have chosen to have an abortion, and I'm very grateful that I had access to those resources, and I'm so mindful that there's so many women who don't.
Well, I think it gets down to the heart of the issue here. You know, what is the unborn? Which scientifically the embryo is from conception, a living whole organism with distinct DNA. As a Christian, I come from a worldview that says that every human being has dignity and worth.
Not to disrespect any religion in general, but in my
No, disrespect the religion. Yeah, do it, please.
my eyes, that's just pushing a belief onto someone rather than actually stating a real concrete fact.
So scientifically, I'm pro-life because of science, not because of religion. But scientifically, I believe that life does start at conception. I don't think it makes sense to put life beginning at any other place during pregnancy. Doing so usually ends up saying that an already born person isn't alive, such as consciousness, heartbeat, etc. There are many pro-life people here from the science perspective who are not led by religious motives at all or partially. I am Ayala, I am 18 years old, I am from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I am anti-abortion. One misconception that I deal with pretty frequently is that we're all Christian, white, old men, and as a Jewish woman, younger, I really want more voices like mine to be seen in the anti-abortion movement because I think we have new perspectives that would help kind of bridge the gap and have us find a little bit of middle ground between our two opposing sides.
Abortion is murder.
Then why are you in the room with like murderers, dude? Like, get out of there. Like,
I think it is murder. I think
dumbasses, dude.
For the abortionist more so than the woman. I think a lot of women don't necessarily know exactly how an abortion procedure is formed. I've had a girl even tell me that at 20 weeks a baby is just a clump of cells, and that's just not true.
I do believe now there might be cases where some women might be unaware of what's going on in an abortion. But by and large, I think, especially with the advent of the internet and so much education out there, many of them do know that that there's a life inside of them, and they want to end that life, whether they call it murder or not.
Hard disagree. Absolutely disagree.
Okay.
I've definitely met a lot of teenage girls who grew up in our generation who believe that abortion is normal, a fetus is a clump of cells, and there is no human life in the womb. They don't tell you when you go in for an abortion consultation, this is a child and this is a human life, and that's what's going to be happening. I have a hard time believing that if most women knew they were killing a child, they would do that. I don't think women in America are that malevolent. I think it's very irresponsible and very hurtful to say, oh, this woman's a murderer because she had an abortion.
At least my personal experience, the people who worked there were very understanding. They let me know there is a child that could come out of you in 9 months. Are you sure you want to do this? And I knew there was a child in my body. I knew I could have a child in 9 months, and I knew that that child can grow old and be their own person. But I made that choice because I am allowed to have that choice. And
this is something I say sometimes, like, when a baby is born, okay, fine. Can't touch it. When it's like, you're 3 months pregnant, I don't see much difference from that potential life versus just a woman's empty womb. Like, if you're so concerned about the potential, like the anti-abortion people, if they're so concerned about the potential of human life, why aren't all 3 of those women's wombs filled 24/7? What about the baby that could grow up to cure cancer or whatever that could currently exist in your belly right now? What about him or her? Where are they? They're not going to exist. You are like preemptively aborting them by not allowing them to exist. Okay? That's kind of what I mean. Like, you're so concerned about the potential of life. The potential of life exists right now in your belly. So go do it. If you're so concerned about that.
especially you are a white man, and you are not allowed to say what I can do with my body, nor any of these other women who are
Why you gotta be white?
able to carry a child.
I think that's so dangerous. I think that's so dangerous to say that you can't say because
can't
of your
say
sexuality,
your
who you are as a male or
sexuality.
female, or how you
God.
believe as a religion, you can't define what's right and wrong. I think
I'm
that's
sorry if your
misguided,
accent's
and we
have your
shouldn't
own
take that into
opinion.
policy.
But
I think what she's
If it's a
saying is
child,
that
you should
whatever
have that right.
your morality is, I think that folks are entitled that we have freedom of religion, we have freedom from religion. Whatever your moral value is, the issue is trying to turn that into legislation and putting it on someone else.
We legislate what's right and wrong all the time.
Thinking even medically, like for Indigenous women, they're 2 times as likely to die from pregnancy-related complications. Who's responsible for that murder if she's forced to carry that baby?
Well, I would be all for working on legislation altogether where, if the woman's been taken advantage of or if they've incest situation.
he can't say rape, dude. Say it. Fucking
or if
weirdo.
her life's at risk, we can keep those options on the table.
So all of a sudden, because she could potentially die, we'll make legislation where she can't abort that baby, and all of a sudden you're pro-abortion?
No, I'm not pro-abortion. I personally would not like her to choose that option. I think science
So
has
you'd
come.
prefer that she die, though,
No.
right?
I think science has come a long way where that's vastly not the case anymore within our medical community, and we need to continue to increase funding for those mechanisms to provide more research on how to keep the woman alive in those situations.
What is the end goal here, that abortion be illegal and it be criminalized and removed as a resource forever from this country? Is that the
Illegal and unthinkable.
illegal and unthinkable? So it is culturally
For women, we want women to have resources, first of all, to where they don't need an abortion, and then abortion for the abortionist is criminalized. So an abortionist could go to jail for performing it. Women should not be criminalized because at the end of the day, women are victims of abortion as well.
My name is Sebastian King, and I am anti-abortion side. My mom had an unplanned pregnancy because she was taken advantage of from the time she was 12
Dude,
to 15.
once
And she was
again,
in and
like
out-
what is this guy's like fear of saying raped? Like fucking right wingers, dude.
out of state custody, and a judge even encouraged her to have an abortion and told my mom that she won't amount to anything in life if she goes through with this pregnancy. Because she chose life. That's the only reason I'm here today. And
Yeah, it's just like, okay, you're here. What about the person who won't be there because, again, all of those women's wombs are not currently filled? Like, we're so concerned about the potential of you or someone else, but we're ignoring, like, every empty womb. Like, it's not consistent, in my opinion.
that's my mission, is to ensure that all life is protected.
All life. Okay, what about the potential life that currently exists in every unpregnant woman's belly? Like, what about those lives? Like, every woman in these people's opinions should just be pregnant 24/7. To be consistent.
Should be accessible to rape and incest survivors.
Easy dub, even for these fucking dumbasses on the right. Anyone gonna budge? No, you could tell. They're so stupid. You're so stupid. Of course they're not gonna budge, you fucking
If you're pregnant
vile
from
pieces
your
of
brother or your
shit.
cousin or your father, especially if it wasn't consensual, or even if it was, you should
Well, it's still human. Oh,
still
fuck
have
off.
that option to abort the baby. And especially if you've been raped, there are some people who have that thought, like, oh my God, like, what if when I look at my child, I relive that trauma?
That's a reminder.
And not saying that's how all rape victims view it, but it's just like some women have that fear.
Am I just naive though? Like, why aren't more people talking about like the trauma that a woman has to experience going through pregnancy? Like, has anyone ever been around a pregnant woman before? Like, it's hard. Pregnancy is hard. Labor is hard. Not to mention post-birth, raising the kid. But in terms of like, yeah, you could give it up for adoption or whatever. So I'm mostly focusing on just like the immense, unthinkable trauma your body will go through when pregnant, and that you should be able to say, I don't want that to happen. Like, period.
Sure.
Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. If pregnancy was like, you know, the easiest thing and like no changes to your body, it's not painful, like you almost don't think about it, like, you know what I mean, like that. If there was no trauma to the woman whatsoever, and like you impregnate a woman, 9 months later, poof, a baby appears, like nothing changes in her life, then I might have more to say about abortion, because at that point, I don't know, You could give it up for adoption, I guess. But in this case, yeah, I could see, incest, could have medical issues. So in this case, it'd be a little bit different. But generally speaking, like, I don't know, maybe I guess for me, I put a lot of weight on, like, the trauma women have to go through physically. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I was raped for 4 years of my life, violently, more times than I can count. And I did get pregnant.
Holy shit. That is the most depressing thing I've ever heard. I am horribly sorry. Like, your views are shitty, but that's not even the point right now. Like, that is unthinkably sad. I hope this person's doing okay.
When I was 15, my rapist threatened me with abortion multiple times. Used that as a tool to keep me in his power. If he had the power to terminate evidence, he had power against me. I did end up losing her, but I wanted her very badly. I named her Rachael, which is Rachel in English. And I think it's very important to humanize people who are conceived in rape because they're walking around right now.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, and I think it's very insulting to place that on a human being. I think that humans, no matter how they are conceived, are human beings, and they deserve to be respected.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, like, you should shoot a rape baby. That's such a fucked up term. A human being who's conceived out of rape or incest, like, in the head. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you should do that. But if a woman, does not want to give birth to her rapist or, like, in some fucked up incestuous situations, kid, that should absolutely be her right. The outside, again, this is, like, outside of, like, the trauma of her childbirth. If, like, I don't want to carry a rapist's baby to term, that is, like, the easiest dub, in my opinion. Like, this poor woman, her horrific, unthinkable trauma aside, is brain broken to think that she should have to carry that baby to term. Like, even to want that is a little bit, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass. I'll never be a woman. I'll never know exactly what they go through.
I agree 100%. And my
I did the
mom
fucked up.
has always told me she doesn't view me as his, even on my birth
we
certificate.
have a fucking sexual assault, like, rape, product of rape here, in here. So
he's not my father. So
also, I want to tap on what you said, though, because you said you really wanted to keep your daughter. And although you don't, see it as the rape baby and stuff, other people who also go through that traumatic experience may actually see it like that, right?
That's a good point. That's a good point, my dude.
But there's other people that...
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you want to carry that baby to term, that should be your right. I think ultimately, I guess there might not be a right or wrong here. I think generally speaking, probably the most, I don't know, you could call it ethical position here, in my opinion, would be to abort a baby from, a rape baby or whatever, but
had their a choice taken away from them. They shouldn't be shamed at going through this and even having to live through that experience of the rape baby.
Here's the thing.
Okay. I said it before this guy, but rape baby is a term we have to retire. Like, we gotta come up with a better term than rape baby. I swear.
When you get an abortion as a reaction to rape, you are continuing the cycle of violence. So you were raped. That was a violent experience that happened to you. It wasn't your fault. You're hurt. You've been victimized.
Her brain is melted.
Why is it fair to further victimize someone else because you are hurt? Why is it not?
Because the fucking clump of cells is not someone else, okay? That's why.
You need to have a someone, though, man. I'm putting
let's go, dude. I'm with you.
Or a human being's shoes, right? You take my choice away. You rape me. And for all you know, I might be a struggling human being, right? Making $8 an hour or something like that. Crazy bills. I might be living in my car. I might be sleeping in the dumpster behind McDonald's. But now, because of your opinion, right, and my traumatic experience, I get shamed because I don't want to bring this life into the world, bro. Oh, but you should give birth and then put it in foster care if you don't want it, bro.
I want to touch on that too, just for a second. Like, for trauma, I think absolutely what I am passionate about is giving people the choice. And for you, you thought a lot about your choice and you wanted that pregnancy. And I'm really sorry that you lost that child. And I also thought a lot about, for myself, when I went through that experience, what choice would be best for me. And for me, that was not carrying the child. And I think trauma is such an interesting thing. For me, not having control over a child growing inside of me and changing my fate of my life, you know, that would be more traumatic than the initial experience. We don't know how people are going to react, but I do fight and would want them to have the choice to do what's best for them. I think a strange misconception that people have about people who are pro-abortion is that we don't have respect for life or we don't care about children. That's absolutely not true. I respect life very much. Unfortunately, I've also seen a lot of negative aspects of our systems in the US, like the foster care system. It's out of that respect that I believe people should have the right to choose an abortion.
America offers resources to help you raise a child.
Come on, dude. These fucking dumbass hogs.
There's tax benefits to having children. I think there was also, you know, in the latest round of COVID money, there was funding for women who've had children.
Yeah, and there are so many Christian charities and so many different organizations that want to help women, you know, and the resources are there.
Also, government resources. There are government resources that help you take care of children.
They're gonna point to like the tiny, tiny, minuscule little things the United States government offers. Like, it is not comprehensive enough to be a factor in deciding whether to raise a kid or not. You know what I mean?
Are there enough? That is a different question.
I was basically just agreeing with what you said, because Section 8, food stamps, free health care.
It's not enough, dude. It's the only OECD country without nationwide statutory. It's so fucking stupid, dude.
Programs and whatnot.
It's
like,
crazy.
Are there enough?
That's how my
It's
mom.
crazy how you can be so brain broken to hear this question and then go sit down and think you're going to provide like something valuable the U.S. government provides to like people trying to raise children. That's insane, dude. That is insane. It is clear evidence of how powerful propaganda can be. That's for damn sure.
Survived when she had me because of government assistance. So
Yeah.
that's the only way she made it, because of that.
I have been a pregnant teenager, and I've also been a teenage mother on welfare and unemployed.
Yeah, it's not
The
enough,
number
dude.
of
It's not
resources
enough.
that are available state to state is something that is atrocious.
Especially state to state. Yeah, like my state of Washington does have some amount of like parental leave, which is good. But for the most part, they don't have anything.
But what it comes down to is a lot of time and energy. The choice between, do I go to work and get the money to pay rent, or do I go and I sit in the office, or do I go to this nonprofit who's requiring me to fill out this application and come to a meeting in the daytime when I'm supposed to be working?
So you see it kind of like a job, like you're clocking in to fill in paperwork and you're receiving your check.
It is. Low resources and creating these sort of impossible hurdles and more barriers for people who are already experiencing them to overcome to get the help is not a help at all.
And I feel like a completely separate conversation is, it is extremely hard to be a single mother who is also a woman or person of color and to get resources. Especially Black women, they are notoriously, even in that room where they're giving birth, they aren't taken seriously.
Well, I just want to say one thing because I think it's important. So I might not look it, but I'm Native American, have my Cherokee card and everything. We have universal health care in the Indian community. And when she went to have me as a child, they told her in that universal health care system that she's not allowed to have pain medicine because that's a luxury. So she got it through government assistance. So that's a big deal that the United States more for the Native American community.
That is
I'm glad we're
such a low
discussing.
bar.
No, I'm not saying that's acceptable. I'm not saying that's acceptable, but I'm saying like
It exists.
it exists. That story exists.
But there are literal reservations out there that do not have water, do not have electricity, do not have internet. That is in 2021. Are those not resources to raise a child?
So let's
Why
address
is the government
that
not
instead of killing the
that
baby.
To say that
That's
the
right.
government. The
Let's
question
address
was,
that.
does
That's
the
what I'm
government
saying.
provide resources? No. Does America provide resources? No. That's unacceptable.
Abortions will continue to happen regardless of the law.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say, even these fucking, like, dumbasses have to agree that, like, that's just reality. Which, how can you, I don't know, like, the cognitive dissonance, the, like, complete, like, dumbassery required to, like, accept that, but then also, like, be against it just being legal. It's kind of like the war on drugs. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna do it anyway. So, like, what are we fucking doing?
All right, well.
That ain't never gonna change.
I think, of course, they'll continue to happen. A law doesn't mean that something is not going to happen at all anymore, just like rape, just like murder, just like anything else we've outlawed. Just because they're still going to happen doesn't make it right.
But if you criminalize doctors and abortion providers, right, that means we no longer have providers. That means abortion is no longer an option. And that by default, the way that this country, and especially my state, legislates will mean, and it has happened, we have precedent, a woman who tries to self-induce or who tries other non-medical methods to have an abortion can and has been criminalized. What is the policy that doesn't just absolutely take away the right that people have to access an abortion, regardless of what their beliefs are?
If that child is a human being deserving of the right to life, then yes, it should be criminalized, just like.
This is the craziest person, dude. They pulled the craziest, like, Fundy off the street in Abby.
Murder of 2-year-olds and 5-year-olds and adults is criminalized, right?
But that's so different, though. You got people that's 2 years old, already out the womb. They've been here for years.
Come on, yeah, someone should be like, the trauma of having to carry a child matters, like, to some degree, right? It has to.
Right, and then you got these cells.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
When does it stop being a clump of cells?
Personally, I'm not worried about the clump of cells.
Decades of medical research has not been able to land on that answer.
And I'm trying to
Fuck off, dude. You smug piece of shit. She thinks she owned them. Like, oh, got him, dude. What a good argument that no one's ever thought of.
As far as
Do you believe that abortion should be allowed all 9 months of pregnancy?
I do feel that's a bit more extreme. So
It's just like, yeah, like, there are maybe some conversations worth having here, but, like, the idea of blanket bans is nuts.
So I will agree on that.
But why is it more extreme?
Wait, but let's not act like women are just deciding to get abortions at like during their second or third trimester.
Yeah, bro, look at this. In 2019, women in their 20s accounted for the majority of abortions. The majority of abortions in 2019 took place in early gestation. 93% of abortions were within the first 13 weeks. A smaller number were at 14 to 20. And only 1% were at 21 or more weeks. Which, that's what? How many weeks is an average? 40 weeks, I think, right? How many weeks is a pregnancy? 40 weeks. Yeah, only 1% happened after the, like, 21 weeks here. That's an insane thing to bring up then. And the crazier part about this that they're not even going to fucking talk about is that this final 7.2%, the overwhelming majority of people who get abortions here don't want to get the abortion. It's because of medical issues. So, like, yeah, these first 13 weeks, yeah, it is a clump of cells. After that, no one's getting abortions, okay? The overwhelming majority of cases. So these people are arguing over, like, edge cases that don't exist. Unfortunately, they don't have these statistics here like on hand, which is unfortunate. But none of these pro-abortion people came even remotely prepared.
And the women who are doing it, it's either that they're going to die giving birth, or it's under some medical circumstances.
She got it right.
I doubt, even myself, I doubt that I would get to a 6-month, 7-month mark and then
Yeah.
decide, I don't want to make this commitment. I feel like there's a lot of this
Yeah.
conversation, like when does it become wrong?
Because at that point, when the stuff I was talking about like the trauma of labor, by 6-7 months, you're already like pretty far along. Like, I don't know. I'm just messing around.
Wrong. But like as if we're actually going to get an abortion at that time.
A lot of the what pro-life people would consider hostile pro-choice comments and things like that are a response to hostile pro-life people. And I think that doesn't get talked about on our side because we don't like to fight each other. But I think it's an important point because I've seen absolutely disgraceful comments made towards women who are going into clinics, who are obviously in a very traumatizing situation, and you don't know what that woman is going through, and they're shouting obscenities at her. And that's appalling. And I think that we need to take responsibility as pro-life people to understand they've experienced so much hurt from our side of the community.
And I agree with that, I think. But from our side of the aisle, folks are very passionate because they believe that's a life. They believe that's a baby, and they want to do everything they can to save that child. But I agree that our rhetoric needs to be there as a resource and another option, and we can do that peacefully and respectfully as well.
I think on any side of any controversial issue, you're always going to have those extremists. Same thing on the pro-abortion side. People are always going to have feelings, and people are always going to fight on that level, right? But I think it's about coming up here and saying, like, what actually makes common sense, and how do we come up with policy that doesn't force folks to live by other people's values.
That was rough.
We're trying to throw a dinner party.
Well, the January 6th Select Committee appears ready to criminally refer former President Trump to the Justice.
So they are expected to actually announce it. I thought it was kind of in a state of like, well, they won't they? But okay. They will announce criminal referrals, likely to be announced at the panel's first public hearing on Monday. Let's go.
Department. And that is not all. A source telling CNN the panel is also set to ask the DOJ to consider charges of obstructing an official proceeding and conspiracy to defraud the federal government. A new chapter in this legal saga for the former president. So with us now to talk about this and what it all means is former federal prosecutor and now defense attorney Shan Wu. All right, so let's break this down first of all. If Merrick Garland, the attorney general, gets these referrals, what would the next steps be?
Well, the next steps in this case is probably to punt them over to Jack Smith, who's the special counsel, because he would be the person who is really serving as the head of the January 6th investigations right now, as well as the Mar-a-Lago ones. They would then look at this, I think, with a bit more deference than they usually do with congressional referrals, because a lot of times referrals come over when I was at the DOJ and we're kind of like, okay, that's nice. But this is a massive investigation that the committee has undertook. Huge amounts of evidence, huge amount of witnesses being identified. And I think it's the detail that accompanies the referrals themselves and the report that will give a roadmap to DOJ. DOJ has been kind of late to this party, and they're playing catch up, but that detail could be very helpful to them and will put a lot of pressure on them as well.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit more about that because you've got Jack Smith, the special counsel. He's already off running with this probe, right? We know that. We're hearing that there could be additional charges proposed by the committee. Could these referrals jam up the DOJ's work at this point? Does it politicize the DOJ's work, creating a perception that perhaps DOJ is pressured by this committee, although it is bipartisan?
Right. I don't think it will jam up their work. They have to get there anyway, and it should provide them at the very least with some additional evidence or leads that they may need to follow, but they'd have to go there anyway, so I don't think that aspect will jam them up. But politicize it, Merrick Garland and Jack Smith are in this position of damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's already heavily politicized. I think the problem here for Merrick Garland is that he's tried to insulate the department by appointing a special counsel. That act in and of itself was viewed to be a political act. And the amount of detail that's going to come out in this report is going to make it very, very difficult for him or Jack Smith to actually decline to prosecute because the public has been educated. There's going to be a lot of detail. It's going to be a question for them of picking and choosing what is something they really think they can get convictions on. The ones they don't choose or the ones they do choose will be a very heavily politicized debate.
Yeah. So then which of these charges that the committee is expected to refer to DOJ carries the most weight legally?
I think probably it's the insurrection, I think, is likely to carry a lot of weight. And certainly the obstruction of the official proceeding carries a lot of weight. Those are very different pieces of proof. With the insurrection, you probably need more of a link to Trump himself. But as a former prosecutor, one thing I would be thinking about is how to explain this best to a jury. So there's a huge amount of legal analysis that they're doing. Lots of commentators and analysts are doing that about which type of charge would really fit these facts. But you also have to step.
Okay, I gotta see this.
Jane Goodall, the world's...
Jane Goodall compares Trump to a chimp?
most highly respected primatologist. Is that?
She can't say primatologist.
I say
primatologist.
Primatologist. Compared Donald Trump's
You're a
behavior
journalist,
to
dude.
that
Come
of
on.
male chimpanzees back in 2016. And there was a
This
lot
is
of
in
truth in her
2016?
comparison. Just hold. We'll make our point in a second. Yesterday, she actually went on MSNBC and offered some new analysis that's
Ape.
just as accurate and entertaining. Let's watch.
Fucking libs, dude. Yeah, Trump is such an ape, dude. Trump is such an ape. God, I love libs.
We just turn it back to the insurance companies, get costs down, and keep quality up.
It's Rubio.
Dude, how old is Jane Goodall? She's gotta be in her late 80s, early 90s. Late 80s. 88 years old. I mean, she did great work, right? Absolutely, as a primatologist. But I just love TYT's spin here.
It's the greatest hoax ever in the history of our country. Here's she, huh? And here's Sleepy Joe, what?
God, dude. This fucking grifting piece of shit.
No, I tested perfectly. I'm a perfect physical specimen, and I'm extremely young. What do you see there?
He goes, I'm extremely young? Wait a minute. I've not heard that clip before. That is hilarious.
I see the same sort of behavior as a male chimpanzee will show when he's competing for dominance with another. They're upright, they swagger, they project themselves as really more large and aggressive than they may actually be.
Yeah, you know what? She's convincing me.
In order
She's
to
actually
intimidate
convincing me.
their rivals.
No, I love it. I love it. It's so good.
I mean, okay, libs, okay.
It's actually ridiculous.
You know what? Chimpanzees are fascinating.
Yeah, primates in general, yeah.
Yeah, because they're us, basically.
Kind of, yeah.
Not in general,
More
but
us than-
apes. We're apes. Like we're
We're a form, yeah.
descendants of apes.
Exactly, yeah, but if we're just...
Dude, who are TYT hiring? Like, I'm sorry, like I don't watch TYT ever, but like these two are not coming across as like particularly smart to me.
Why are they still here?
Like, yeah, dude, God, wow, what a great joke. Like, what the fuck is this?
Put me in the Senate, America. Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker.
Well,
that's
not
right.
just Herschel Walker. Every idiot in America has said that at some point or another. But anyway, yeah. It's obvious what Trump is doing.
Mhm.
What is ridiculous is that it works on so many people. Like,
Yeah, because we're all apes. Like, in one way, people like to give their bananas away.
yeah, Cenk has used that analogy a lot. And we're so pathetic. We're so pathetic. And we all, at least, I don't know if there's an equivalent for women, but every guy group has the jackass who like always wants to get in a fight, but is not the person who should be getting into a fight. It's like you are really desperate to lose another fight, aren't you? So you know, like braggadocio that can't be backed up, and then you have that experience in your life. You see it from a billionaire, and you can't recognize it anymore. You're like, oh no, he probably is really tough. I mean, I know I'm looking at everything about him and everything, and it's pathetic, but yeah, no, he probably is a real alpha. It's so weird that it works.
So let's talk a little bit about chimpanzees. You guys probably know about a lot of what I'm about to share, but just in case, because I think it's just so interesting. So much like humans, chimpanzees also have like hierarchies, right? Like complicated politics and hierarchies.
Electoral college.
They do not have the Electoral College, but they're thinking about it. Male chimps do what's referred to as displays, where they show other males that they are the dominant one by being as belligerent as possible.
That's very close to human society, yeah.
So interesting. It's a warning not to mess with them, also a way of attracting females, right?
That shouldn't work either. You remember when Trump like was at the UN or whatever, and he like busted through the crowd and he's like,
I do remember that.
God.
No, guys, but okay, look. I think
Dude,
what
libs
Cenk
are
is
so
missing
cringe.
when he celebrates the notion of like Trump
Oh my
really
God.
being done for good, right? Is that the best part, not the best part, but one of the best parts of that is that I think he's funny. Whether it's intentional or unintentional, he's funny. And I want to be able to laugh at him without having like that lingering terrible feeling of like, oh, he has political power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's fun to laugh at George W. Bush now.
Yeah.
I want to get to that.
Because he's not going to be president again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get to that point.
Yeah, well, and at least as of right now, and everything can change, Trump looks like he's threatening in a lot of ways, but electorally less threatening than other alternatives.
Yeah.
And provides, I guess, that levity. So that's like the perfect combination, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely downsides, but
Yes.
yeah, no, I agree. I look forward to it. And look, when he's going to be doing his chimp thing or whatever by showing how he's the most dominant, he's going to be doing it by throwing poo at Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, yes.
And that is a person that desperately needs to have poo hit him in the face,
And if
metaphorically.
And if you're wondering what
Literally.
that might look like in the chimpanzee world, we thought it would be helpful to get a better idea of what male chimp behavior actually looks like. So let's watch.
Oh no.
Chimps swagger and strut, but it's mostly bluff. The louder and more dramatic the display, the more effective it is.
A chimpanzee displays to intimidate others or to show dominance. These displays improve and secure his rank in the community.
And he'll often shake branches and grab sticks, toss stuff around. And that's all a bravado. This is what we call display.
We haven't evolved at all, actually. Like, I look at that and I'm like, oh, we're the same. There's really no difference other than like physical appearance. Like, that's
yeah.
amazing.
I just, at the next debate, you're going to have a Republican pick up the podium just.
Dude. god, dude. This is so cringe. People watch this? Like, oh Lord. That's not good, dude. That's not good.
And people in the audience would be like, oh, I like that. MAGA.
I don't know. Maybe we're just really reconnecting with our roots. I
guess we're devolving. We're devolving really fast. Just so I don't forget. Can we put up the B-roll of Jane Goodall again?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you noticed what I noticed.
Probably not.
Can we put that up? I think it's the first image that comes up. When did Emma go work with Jane Goodall, by the way? Doesn't that look like her?
There's a little bit of a resemblance. I see it.
Oh, young Jane Goodall. Anyway,
she kind
what
of
an amazing career.
Incredible.
Whew.
Yeah, no, she's amazing.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with her. She seems pretty cool.
Yeah, you probably talk politics with her. Doesn't seem to be a big fan of Trump.
I mean, I just want her to compare other politicians to primates.
That would be great. Or any animal.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to...
Yeah, okay.
Two political parties have long dominated the American government.
The two-party system, at least on the surface, has been dominant in American politics since the Civil War. It makes good sense for young people to ask, is this the way it has to be? Can't we do better than this?
The 117th Congress had just two independent members in the Senate, who both caucus with the Democrats.
The only game in town are the two major parties.
A study in 2022 found that nearly 4 in 10 Americans wish for more political parties.
America is a diverse country of 330 million people. The idea that Americans would neatly fit into just two political parties is absolutely bonkers.
We saw a huge uptick in support and interest in 2016 when Gary Johnson ran for president. Over the past, I'd say, couple of years, we've seen a lot of that support translate into grassroots support, where people are not just checking a box every 4 years, right? Like they're actually wanting to get engaged and get involved at the local level.
When we get put into two teams competing for our resources, we engage in high levels of demonization. When there's more sides and more possible coalitions, we can govern ourselves much more successfully.
But that's not as easy as it sounds.
There's structural obstacles as far as building up their campaign finance apparatus, getting on the ballot, getting included in debates.
There's a role for third parties in our system, but generally speaking, if you have too many, you can end up with very incoherent, hard to control politics. And in that case, voters get very upset because then they feel like really nobody's listening to them.
So should the U.S. consider moving on from a two-party system? And what kind of changes would it bring? For the majority of elections, the United States relies on what's called a single-member district plurality system, where just one winner with a majority of voters wins the election. Experts say this winner-takes-all approach to elections is the main reason why two parties dominate in America.
The reason that we have just two parties is not because Americans want only two parties. It's because we have an electoral system that punishes and marginalizes third parties.
But if you only allow for one winner, essentially these gravitational forces start to emerge. And those forces dictate that because there's only one winner, a rational person is going to pick between two choices. And elites who fund those candidates are not going to spend money on a long shot.
But more Americans are expressing frustrations with the two main parties. In 2022, 61% of U.S. adults found the Republican Party unfavorable, while 57% shared the same sentiment toward the Democratic Party. About a quarter of Americans today say they have an unfavorable view of both major parties, a considerable jump from just 6% in 1994.
Wow. A lot of people would suggest that both parties aren't quite sure where they want to go and what they want to do next.
Many Republicans are troubled by the course that the Republican Party has taken as Donald Trump has come to dominate the Republican Party with his distinctive brand of populism and election denialism. On the other hand, many Americans are discontented with the turn to the left of the Democratic Party, particularly on cultural issues.
Voters in both parties are also growing more hostile towards one another. 62% of Republicans and 54% of Democrats have highly negative views of the opposing party, compared to just 21% and 17% in 1994.
That's pretty crazy.
In order for democracy